What's up, everybody? Good morning. This is the Not Famous Radio, and I have Annabelle here with me from the All-American Tattoo Shop over on Fort Campbell Boulevard. We're excited to have her here, and hopefully you guys get to come in the comments and kind of let us know, some questions you guys would like to ask her towards the end of the live, or you can ask me. It's whatever you guys want to do, and I hope you guys enjoy the show, and stay tuned. So what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
You wake me up so early.
I know it. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you're here, man, for real.
I'm glad you asked me. That was super fun.
Dude, yeah, man, I've heard great things about you. I've only been in Clarksville, Tennessee for maybe 3 years, but every little thing and every name that's, dropped anywhere near yours, it's always been great things. So, like, meeting you for the first time was awesome. Coming down to your shop just to talk to you and stuff about it. Dude, you as your whole vibe and as an artist, alone, it's just, I want you to know you are actually a really amazing person. So that's really, really cool.
Blush so early in the morning.
Well, I mean, it's the truth, you know what I mean? So, like, and you're very, very easy to talk to, and that's what I really like about it, you know what I mean? Because, like, some tattoo shops, they have that vibe to where it's like, oh, man, I don't want to go in here, you know what I mean? But you make it so welcoming. That's what I really like about your shop, and especially the people in there. Because I know if you are hiring those guys, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta worry about nothing, because I know something in that realm. You have to kind of, it's not really judging, but the personality hits a lot hard whenever you're trying to find a tattoo artist. So I know that in your shop you got some wonderful people too. So that's cool.
I love all of them.
Yeah. So I was wanting to ask, man. Touch back on just kind of what I just said. What are some things that you kind of like look for whenever you're trying to hire artists? At your shop, having your own place.
I try to look for someone with heart. I don't like the people that are coming like, I want to make $4 billion this week. Okay, cool. But how are you going to treat the clients? Like, right. I like people that are more personal with the clients, that take their time, make the artwork stand for themselves. People that are motivated. If they're like, oh, this is just a hobby, I'm like, no, you can go on. I want people that are passionate about the art, not just the paycheck at the end of the week.
Right. See, that's cool, man. That's a good thing, because and there's nothing wrong with it. There's some people out, some artists out there that have a really big ego, and some that are just all about the ego, and not that they're not great people. It's just sometimes, with that, it's kind of hard to work with and around. You know what I mean? But no, definitely, that's cool. Hell yeah. That's because, like I said earlier, man, I know a lot of your artists that's in your shop now, and they're great people. You know what I mean? They really are, and they're very easy to talk to, just as if I was talking to you. You know what I'm saying? So you got really good, lovable artists in your shop.
And I like artists that keep growing. If they're like, I know everything about everything, then I'm like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I've been in 23 years. I'm still learning every day. I don't think I'm, the best there is or anything like that. I don't even think I'm the best in Clarksville. I'm not even the best at my own shop. But I still like to learn and grow and get better, and I'll keep doing that to the day I die.
See, that's where it's at. That's how you know that you're definitely striving and you have such a passion for, this industry specifically, because like once you get to the point of, I know, and then already got it,
it's time to retire.
Right. I mean, it's almost, then it'll start becoming boring, you know what I mean? And you don't want that. And
it becomes a job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I tell my wife and everybody all the time, they're like, man, I don't want you to have to get up super early. I don't want you to have to stay too late for this. And I'm like, what do you mean?
I'll tattoo till the sun comes up.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll stay all night. Hell yeah. That's what I love about, this job per se. And man, it's just, there's so much fun and creativity in this. It's just, at the end of the night, when I lay my head down, it does feel really weird that this is a job. You know what I mean? Because it's too fun.
We get a color on people.
Right. Permanently that stays on them forever. And I love that.
Exactly. And then it's cool because, like, I'll have people message me like, hey, I just saw one of your tattoos in California. And I was like, that's so cool that my artwork's just floating around everywhere.
Dude, that's one thing that's really amazing, man. Especially with where we work at, too, because we got the military base. So those guys are always going somewhere.
Going somewhere else. I've had people that were stationed here, and I tattooed them, and they love me so much or love my shop so much, they fly all the way back to get tattooed.
See, that's what I really love about these guys.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome, man, because it does definitely make us feel a lot better knowing that they're willing. I mean, yes, they were willing to travel all that far in the distance just to come see us, but that's so cool. You know what I mean?
Awesome. It's an awesome feeling. It's like a little bit of validation. Like, okay,
yeah, dude, that's something that we really do cherish. You know, I mean, and we might not say it out loud, but we definitely take it in, and it's way bigger than the tip. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just showing up after like a whole 12-hour trip. Oh, give me a hug. Come here. You know, I'll buy you some lunch or something.
I will feed you. What do you want? You want me to buy you a movie to watch? Why you tattoo you? I'll buy you a movie.
Dude, I'll tell you, that's how I feel every time I get somebody that's out of town or out of state and they come back and see me. I'm like, dude, I don't care how long of a session this is. I don't even care if it's a little tattoo. You came and saw me. Let me buy some pizza for us to eat on lunch. You know what I mean? Then,
gotta eat.
Yeah, dude, and I really like that about, you know, clients and stuff. So with you owning your shop, how long you been a shop owner?
Well, I started with that shop in 2002, and then in 2014, I bought 50% of the shop I started at, and then in 2020, I bought the other 50%.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's been transitioning since the start.
Okay. Hell yeah. Now who was the shop owner of that shop?
Richard Huron. He owned all the shops in Clarksville at the time. It was Ink Bomb, Tattoo Technique, and All-American. And he was trying to retire since I started, and he kept trying to like offer it to these guys to retire, to take over, and things kept falling through. They got arrested. One passed away. And I was like, hey, you've been offering it to like all these guys. How about a girl? I've been here, you know, for a while. I have the money saved up. I can handle it. And so he's like, all right, well, shoot your shot. Okay. So I was like, here's the money. I want to be half owner.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
And it actually worked out well because he was going through some medical things, so he really needed to step back. So it was nice for him to step back and recover.
Now, not only was he a shop owner, was he an artist as well?
He was, but he stopped tattooing before I even started.
Got you. Okay.
Years ago, so.
Man.
Yeah.
Shoo.
He's
so
a long-time legend.
Hell, that's awesome though. And was he like a Clarksville local person? Like,
well, he moved here, but he opened up the first shop in Clarksville. So
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool to know that. I had no idea. Like I said, I've only been here for maybe a little over 3 years, but just hearing that's really cool because I knew that like All-American was definitely one of the first shops that were here in Clarksville. So I did know that info. Yeah. Just the owner behind it all. You know what I mean? I had no idea.
Yeah, Tattoo Technique was the first one. That was 97. Then they opened up All-American in 99. And then Ink Bomb was, I think, right at 2000.
Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's really neat. You know, I had no idea. Yeah. Now, the one thing I do want to touch base on you with you being a shop owner. Now, have you got any kind of like, I don't want to say backlash as in like a negativity term, but like, have you got any like, you know, good feedback or any kind of feedback at all whenever you first started up as a shop owner, being a female? Because I actually love it. I told my wife, you know, I'm really glad to see more female artists out there because not only that, you know, I'm not saying that we don't have creativity and nothing like that, just the feminine flow of things, you know what I mean, that these female artists have, and yourself, you guys have a really like nice feminine touch too, you know what I mean? And that's where I look at it in the art, you know, field of it, because I'm like, whenever I see your guys' work versus like, you know, like I guess more of a male artist, you know what I mean?
Very dominant, yes.
Right. Yeah. So you can really see the little feminine touches that are inside these pieces, even if it's the same type of piece. You can still see that feminism in it, right? Yeah. And it's in there. You know what I mean? I love it.
Details or you know whatever we like to zone in on.
Right.
It was difficult, but when I started, there was no other females in Clarksville. I had never even heard of a female tattoo artist. There was no tattoo TV shows. Like tattoo was still taboo. So when I started working desk there, because I wanted to be inside the tattoo shop, I knew since I was a kid that that's where I wanted to be. And I went up there, I got my first tattoo, I was 17 years old. They thought I was 18, I was not. It was actually, his name was Jay, or Sketch, he went by. He did my first tattoo at Ink Bomb, and he saw my camera, and back then we had film cameras. So he's like, I like your camera, come up and take pictures of my tattoos for me. I was like, I can actually develop it. I have my own darkroom. He goes, perfect. So I started working desk there, and then he saw I like to draw, and he's like, why don't you apprint it? So I was like, I didn't think girls could. Like, I had never seen a female tattoo artist. So I was like, I'll try. He's like, we
Right.
never had a girl succeed, but you can try. I was like, cool.
It was kind of unheard of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But even after, you know, a year or two of been tattooing, people would still walk in and be like, oh, are you setting me up for the artist to tattoo me? I'm like, I'm your artist. And they're like, are you an apprentice? So I was like, no, I've been tattooing for 2 years. And then all of a sudden, Kat Von D came out on TV, tattoos started lightening up, a little bit more cool, and started seeing more females.
Yep, I remember that.
And then in 2004, there was a mass deployment from Clarksville. This town almost died. Like, it was, I was doing a tattoo maybe once every 2 weeks.
Oh, goodness.
And I was starving to death. So I joined the Air Force to get out of the town because I was going to starve here if I didn't. And then when I got medically discharged. When I got out of the Air Force, came back, there was 3 female tattoo artists in town. I'm like, oh, they're growing. I am your grandmother.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
I paved the way for you, young ones.
No, that's really neat, man. And I had no idea that you joined the Air Force. That's
yeah,
wild.
I didn't stay. I don't tell people that because I didn't make it very long. I passed out during a run, and come to find out it was because I have POTS, and so yeah, I can't run.
Man.
So if you ever see me run and I just like look funky, that's why.
She's like, this is
I'm old.
But no, that's awesome, man. That's really neat to know that. Now, whenever you said you got your first tattoo at 17,
mm-hmm.
So what got you into the actual tattooing world?
My uncle, when he was a race car driver, a mechanic, and he took me to my first tattoo shop when he was booking his appointment, and I saw it, and I was just like in love with it, and creating art. Like I always knew I wanted to do art. My uncles work for Pixar and Disney, and like my whole family is very artistic. So
hell yeah.
I don't want to follow in their footsteps, but I wanted to make my own way. So I was like, that's really cool. That's living art.
Right, that's neat.
It's not something you're gonna hang on the wall and be like, oh yeah, I bought that a couple years ago.
Right.
You'd be like, it's a piece of their flesh.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And I'm the same way, man. I really cherish the thought of knowing that not only did they come in here and like kind of buy that piece from you, mm-hmm. but they're getting something that comes from you for the rest of their life, and they're dying with it. You know what I mean? And they get to go down in the grave with it. And that's so neat to me because. You hear all this stuff, but you can't take that to the grave with you. I mean, you're literally taking the tattoos that we put on.
Sometimes you can preserve them now.
Yeah. I know. You know, the Japanese, they actually preserve the bodysuits. So,
yes.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I do.
I want to get my whole body tattooed so they can like preserve all of me and maybe taxidermy me.
Hey, I'm telling you, I know a lot of people was like, dude, that's so weird, but like
it'd be great.
It would be. That'd be so cool because like I told a client this one time and they gave me the weirdest look. They were like, what? Was he right? Because they thought I was like, I guess like a fucking weirdo or some shit like that. So because whenever I was telling them, I said, dude, if I got some tattoos, but I would like a lot more tattoos on my back and stuff, I would like to try to either do what my dad said and kind of have it made into a lantern shade, you know what I mean?
No, that's horrible.
and so I was either going to do that or we're going to preserve it into a shadow box. So
yeah, shadow box is cool.
And the artist was like, or the client was like, that's just a joke, right? I said, no, it's not. Like, they do it in Japan right now. And he said,
they do.
No, why would they do that? That should be illegal. I said, I don't think it's illegal, but it probably is in some places. But it's definitely, it goes on for sure.
I told my kids I want to be taxidermy so I can sit at the shop and be like this.
Oh my God, you don't think that's weird? You don't think that's
No, it's great. You can dress me up for different holidays and stuff. I can hold a tattoo. You can sit down in my chair and like I'm tattooing you. And
dude, that'd be wild as shit.
Photo ops and stuff. Like a wax museum would be cool.
Right, dude. That's what I was about to say. You could have like your own little wax figure of yourself.
Exactly, it'd be great.
Just imagine if you get a wax figure of yourself and this is like you get it in a year or so.
Yeah.
You go inside the shop and you scare yourself. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, man, I didn't know you was here this morning. You're just still like
this. It just never leaves.
It's same position and everything. That would be awesome. Oh man,
great.
Dude, that would be awesome. I would love it, dude. I mean, I probably wouldn't get a whole wax figure of myself, but I would definitely like it if someone else got it.
Somebody said that they have a dare for you.
A dare for me?
I want to hear this dare.
Yeah, what's the dare? That's usually I wait at the end of it, but now I'm intrigued on what this dare could be.
Hang on. We might put it in there. Don't keep talking when they put it
Okay.
in their mouth.
Okay, yeah. I was about to, man, don't just
Like, what-
stop there.
What could you do with a dare?
Right, in the middle of a podcast. I want to know. So now, have you done any like guest spotting or anything like that at other shops or any?
Oh yeah, I've been to different states. I call them like workations.
Okay.
When I want to go on vacation, I'll just go work at a shop.
Dude, that's
Plans a whole vacation. It's great.
I'm glad that you said that because like that's how I tell my wife and everybody too. Look, everybody's like, well, when do you take your days off? Oh, when I guest spot, and they're like, no, like when you're off work. Yeah, when I go guest spot. They're like, you don't take time off for you. I was like, when I guest spot, that's my vacation. They go,
Exactly.
they're like, but you're still tattooing. I'm like, yeah,
Because it's not work.
Right.
It's fun.
I fucking love it. I was like, when we went down to Florida to John Nelson's shop, man. I told everybody because my buddies were like, man, you need to take at least a week off. I'm like, dude, the week off is down there in Florida, man. I was like, I don't know how else I could be off. Like, as soon as I got off work from John's shop, I would go straight to the beach. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hung out with the kids and stuff at the beach. I mean, we had a great time. So like, I ain't gonna lie, I've had pretty good experiences so far with guest spotting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Majority are pretty good.
Yeah.
There has been a few kind of.
Have you had any like scary stories of clients that you could probably tell about from any guest spots or just at your shop now?
No, I had this one client. He just freaked me out. He just rubbed me the wrong way. I drew up the design and he was like, all right, now look me in the eyes and tell me how you're gonna do it. And I'm like, this is awkward.
What?
I'm good. I don't want to. That's weird.
You get real close when he said
Yeah,
it.
and it's very
Oh my
intimidating.
God.
And I'm like, I very rarely no longer feel comfortable with tattooing people. That one just got me the wrong way. And then so I pushed him off to another one of my artists, and then he also got weirded out by him and pushed off to another artist. And finally, it was like, he just didn't get tattooed.
You were like, I gotta go. My turtle's barking at home. I gotta get out of
I
here.
gotta get out And another weird one. This is when I was barely 18. It wasn't even like legal for that long. During the mass deployment, a guy come in and he wanted his crown jewels to be tattooed like a Crown Royal bag.
You never heard that shit.
And I tattooed them completely purple and put gold cords coming up his hips. And I mean, I needed money.
Oh my God, no! I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I would probably would have done it just to be able to tell the story. I ain't gonna lie.
He was in his 40s, and that was 20 years ago. So he's 60 years old right now, walking around with purple crown jewels.
That is now okay.
How did I do it?
Yeah. How did?
I took it this fall, wrapped it on my armrest, draped the boys over, and told them to fold everything up and away from me, and just started going to town.
Oh my God! No, was the tattooing experience like itself? Was it a little bit differently? You know, because obviously I've not tattooed a sack before. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's completely different skin.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was not well saturated. I was just trying to get it done, get it out, and then the hardest part was getting the back.
Oh
Because
God!
things were looking at me, and I'm.
Oh yeah.
I need to go home and shower.
Oh goodness, yeah. I wouldn't know what I would have done. I would have probably.
All
left
my
it blank.
coworkers decided to leave me. I was there by myself with him. They're like, I'm not watching this.
Oh my God.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So what you do in the backside was you like in like a little bit of
And this is early 2000s. We didn't have the fancy chairs or like the fancy armrests or the
Right.
machines either. It was a hardcore coil machine going full
Oh
blast.
God, dude, I already know that
It's a whole
sucks.
folding classic. Just
Oh man. Dude, that's a great story, dude. I definitely would have been telling that one a lot.
I pretty much do every day.
She's like, I'll let everybody know.
I love everybody know. I had to do what I had to do to survive. It's okay.
Hey, dude, I get it, man. I would have done the same shit. Like like a lot of the artists here, even the artists I've met, they'll ask me this. I think I get this a lot because they're guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, they'll always tattooed a dick before.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. they go, wow. What do you mean why? It's not because like I went out and found somebody and said, come please tattoo your dick. And that's not what I asked. I was
No, it sounds like you kind of did.
well, hey, I almost had it all planned out, didn't I? That's how I got my first 3.
Oh.
I just told him it was free.
I'm gonna print this from a tattoo.
Here, I'll pay you for it. But no, it's just a lot of artists, because they'll, especially the ones that's been tattooing for at least 10 plus years, they'll ask me that, and they're like, "Oh, I've never done that." I'm like, "Why do you seem like you're eager to want to do it?" He's like, "No, I don't want to. I just never really been asked." I'm like, "Yeah, there's I thought it was in a joking manner when I got asked." I was like, "But no, it wasn't joking. They was being dead serious.
They want it tattooed."
Yeah, because I filled out that paperwork and stuff, and whenever they got done, I went to go file it up, and as soon as I turned around, he was like, "It's ready," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, he pans down everything. I was
How do you shave the area?
Dude, I was not expecting it or nothing. You know what I mean? I just thought he was gonna turn around and be like, "I'm just kidding, man. Put it right here on my arm." Nope. He wanted it. I had another tattoo artist. I wasn't expecting this either, but he come out. He said, "Man, you want to see my new tattoo?" I said, "Yeah. When I come back in from smoking, let me see it." I wasn't thinking nothing. You know what I mean? I go outside and smoke. He comes back. I come back in, and he said, "Watch this." And it's this dick right here. Look, it has a wizard on it, and then he goes, "Watch, he'll disappear." You just see the cape just all over the base of it. I'm like, dude, I don't know why you showed me it, but I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm with you. And he goes, "See, I knew you liked it." I was like, it is. It's cool. It's cool dick tattoo, bro. Good job.
Good job.
He's like,
people see it?
He goes, "I did it myself." I was like, "Congratulations, buddy. I appreciate it."
I know.
Yeah, he said he spent about 4 or 5 hours on it. I was like, God, dude, I would have quit.
Did you numb it?
No.
Oh.
No.
No thanks. I'm good.
Dude, I wouldn't even know where to begin or start with the whole concept of tattooing that area on myself, let alone the pain-wise of feeling that. No, I would have gave up and quit on that, I promise you.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't even have one and it hurts.
Right.
I have one in a jar, though, at my shop.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I tell girls, I'm like, "Hey, take a picture of it in a jar. And anytime a guy sends you a picture of his, just send it back.
Hell
no
yeah.
context, just send it back, and you'll never get one again."
Dude, that's awesome.
I don't know how many people are walking around Clarksville with a picture of my dick in a jar.
Dude, that is so, well, man, where is that at?
It's up on my shelf near my trinkets.
Man, I wish I would have saw that when I went to the shop.
I'm proud to show everybody. I'm like, "Want to see my dick?"
Man, dude, I would have definitely wanted to see it. So I got a big thing that I want to ask you. You know, being an artist for so long, how do you feel about the numbing cream agency? Like the sprays, the creams, you know, whatever kind of applications.
I'm all for it.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Anything I have neuropathy in my legs, so I've had a hard time getting my legs tattooed for so long. And I used to be completely against numbing cream, no pre-numbers whatsoever. And then my client flew in for me, and he had the numbing cream already on his ribs. I'm like, "Man, I told you I don't tattoo numbing cream." And he's like, "Well, can you please try?" I was like, "Okay, but if it changed the consistency of the skin or makes it harder for me to tattoo, I'm not going to do it." He's like, "Okay." So I started tattooing him, and he fell asleep. Skin felt completely normal. And I was like, "What is this stuff? Where'd you get it from? And can I have some?" So he gave me one of the tubes, and I was able to sit and get my tattoo on my leg for 8 hours. And not feel, especially with my neuropathy, and not feel anything. So it's not for everyone. And I understand there are some healing aspects that might be messed up, but for some people that have a hard time getting an area they really, really want, it's kind of good.
Now, have you ever had any kind of like, because I've had several clients, you know, try to do the apply it right before they get their tattoo, you know, started. And I had this one female, man, she tries so many different numbing agencies. And I usually do tell my clients, you know, no numbing cream. And but she came in, and dude, it was so like raised up, irritated red. And I told her, I said, "Look, you just gotta stop using it." And it was on every little application of the numbing cream. Yeah. So like if it was a spray, a cream, or any kind of like lotion, it's just allergic to whatever ingredient or even, I guess, that lidocaine that's inside of it.
Yeah, some people are sensitive to it. So that's why we have to, like, if you start getting red and stuff, we can't use lidocaine on you no more. You know, it's completely fine. But for some people that get to use it, it helps them sit longer. Like I'm working on a giant back piece. If I can get her to sit an extra 2 or 3 hours,
right,
and get more work done, I can get this back piece done sooner than expected.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I have one client.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
Rose.
Thank you. Yeah, man, because I definitely feel you on that aspect of it, because I will use some numbing spray or numbing cream to be able to help me finish off the tattoo, just because I know they're definitely going through some pain.
Yeah.
And I get it, you know what I mean? It's after hours of tattooing, man, you're definitely going to feel something,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It hurts.
And so knowing that they have that, I am glad that they do have it to be able to use it, you know what I mean? It's just, it does suck knowing that some of these clients, you know, they do tend to get a little upset knowing that we can't tattoo them with it being as irritated as it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And because I feel you, because everybody else is using it, why can't you? But the thing is, man, your tattoo is
not for everyone.
Right.
Kind of like second skin. Not everyone can use second skin.
Right.
Not everyone can use, you know, different things. We all have different bodies.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do have a funny story about that, about numbing cream.
Okay, yeah, let me hear it.
So back in the day, we didn't have numbing cream, but I'd have a bunch of soldiers come in and are like, hey, is there anything I can do to take the pain away from this tattoo? I'm like, hey, there's a stuff they sell down at the porn store over here. You can get it. It's called anal ease. And they would come in, and anal ease only came in one size tube, and it was this big, and it was huge lettering across the whole tube. And they would walk in with that. I'm like, I can't wait for your barracks inspection.
Oh my God. That's going to be awesome.
Giant tubes. I'm like, I'm so glad it's more, you know, a little bit more friendly now instead of anal ease.
Did you get any, like, soldiers come back in and getting another tattoo and tell you about someone finding that?
No, I haven't any fun stories.
That would have been great, though. Man,
I think
that's
most
awesome.
of them are embarrassed about buying it.
They probably put tape on it. You know what I mean? I would. If that's what my artist told me to go get, that's the only thing I had.
That's the only thing that was there.
I'd wrap it up.
Yeah, it worked.
I would not show nobody what it's called, nothing. I'd just be like, numbing cream. That's
but it was never a girl coming in asking for something in them. It was always
of course
a guy.
not.
Always a guy.
Dude, I'll tell everybody all the time. Anytime a female comes in and asks me, how bad will this hurt? I'm like, girl, you had nothing to worry about. And they're like, why do you say it like that? I was like, you guys are superhumans, okay? Like, women have such a great pain tolerance. I was like, and if some women don't, it's just because there's 2% of women out there who, you know, have a little bit less pain tolerance than you guys do. But majority of the women, you guys are great at getting tattoos. Yes, you guys handle it way better than any man that sits right there and handles it.
I handle it like crap.
Do you really? Oh, man.
You asked Kyle, he tattooed my back. I was like, oh.
Oh.
No, he's got a really soft hand, so it was actually really not that bad.
Hell yeah.
I saw better than I thought.
Got a little soft baby hands.
I do. I got soft baby skin.
Hell yeah. No, that's cool.
I can dish it out. I can't take it.
Dude, I haven't, I get a lot of hate for this, and I'm probably going to get, you know, something in the comments for it too. Yes, I've been tattooing since I was 15 years old, and I count 18 and more, you know what I mean? But the thing is that, no, I do not have very many tattoos. And no,
that's fine.
I get a lot of backlash from other artists, and which is fine, you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me, you know what I mean? It's just a lot of people are like, no, dude, that's messed up that you don't even have this many tattoos and you're a tattoo artist? Nah, no one should be getting tattooed by you. I'm like, I don't let it bother me because it's just another thing that someone else said.
Well, here's a question. How much downtime do you have?
Oh, none.
Between all your kids, your wife, and tattooing and everything like that. So you don't have downtime to get tattoos.
Right.
I'd have more tattoos if I had downtime, and I don't. And you have to peel it. You can't tattoo with it open, you know.
Right.
So it just shows that you're a good artist.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's just, I would love some more, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, because this is where it also gets a lot of artists right here, is that I've never been tattooed by an artist other than myself.
Oh.
So I've only been tattooed by myself.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah. So,
if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it right. It's going to be me.
Well, yeah, and you know, because us as artists alone, we already pick out every little small detail that looks off to us. Ooh, we're gonna hate ourselves for it. You know what I mean? Yep. We definitely go through those pictures and stuff. So I know that if I do it and then I mess up this little line, or I mess up this shading mark at this depth, I'm mad at me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
I'm not mad at my friend who tattooed my arm or nothing. It's just I'm more mad at myself knowing that, oh, I messed up this spot.
Yeah.
But there were the shops that I was in when I first started was terrible, okay? And especially when I was 18, 19 years old. This is what I walked into. This is for real. So I got off work. I was working construction at the time, and there was this little bitty old town called Morgantown, right? And I walk in, and I'm just seeing like this one of those stove tops that you can just place on top of a counter and hook up, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing this steam and stuff out of this pot, and I was like, "You making hot dogs or something?" He said, "What makes you think that?" And I was like,
Is it his tubes?
It was his needles and tubes.
Oh,
he said, I gotta clean them off. I said, for what? And he goes, I got clients today. I said, no, you're joking.
Did he have an autoclave at least, or no? Just that's.
Look, listen, this is his formula. Look, this is the day I left. I left that shop that day. I packed up all my stuff, and he was really mad. But he starts, and right after he shows me this formula stuff, and I was looking at the thing, I was like, this isn't right. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at this boiling water full of needles and tubes. And he's like, look, this is how you're supposed to do when you get ready to clean your stuff. And I already know the whole cleaning process, man. I did a lot of research and shit on my own just to figure out how the tattoo industry worked. And so he goes, you put this much water in there, this much 91% alcohol. He goes, then you want to put this much hydrogen peroxide. And I was like, so how much is this much? I'm just curious. He goes, just high level it. I was like, no ounces, no nothing. He goes, I don't know the right ratio, but this much, it should be good. I was like, and then you're going to take the needles that you used yesterday.
And use them again.
Today. And he's like, yeah. I was like, so on the same client? He goes, no, why I wouldn't be cleaning them. But I said, you wouldn't be cleaning them with the same client? He goes, no, I just put them in the bag and reuse them next day. I was like,
yep.
Okay.
Well, back in the day, even in Tennessee, you can reuse your needles up to 7 times. As long as it's been sterilized. But sterilized back then was common. And a lot of people had common infections, and I never liked that. So I would have an extra day making needles, because we had a maker, so we didn't have the fancy stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So I had to spend an extra day making my needles for the whole week. I never reused it because I just thought that was gross.
Yes.
I pulled a needle out of the package one time, and there was a piece of skin or fluff or something stuck inside the needle. I'm like, yep, never doing that again. That's
disgusting. No, hell no. Just fucking lick and stick it. Just fucking get in there and go. Just, oh man.
I'm like, that's the old school way. We gotta grow. We gotta get better. That's disgusting.
Oh man, because I didn't know much about Glide. When I first started it, I thought this guy was so serious too, and that's just how he acted. He was just a serious fucking human person. And he walks by, and I was like, man, do you have any A&D or any kind of ointment I could use? And he said, for what? And look, this is for real. It's a dirty shop. But I said, for what? I said, so I can just kind of easily go over top of the skin instead of penetrating it pretty hard. He's like, yeah. Right in the floor, he goes, use your spit. And I said, yeah, I'm not doing that, dude. And my client looks at me and goes, whispering. I said, I'm not gonna do that. Just whispering back like he could hear us. Yeah, I go outside and smoke a cigarette. He just leaned up against the wall. He said, use that spit. And I was like, no. He goes, so you let me waste that for nothing? I said, yeah, I did. I'm not going to use that shit.
Oh, gross.
Dude, I ran into some really fucking weird shops, fucked up people, fucked up shops. I know this guy, Nick, dude, and I don't even know if that was his real name. He just went by Nick.
Yeah.
And all I got to know is that whenever he would do, which I hated knowing that shops were filled with a lot of drugs, you know what I mean? But this guy would do a fucking shit ton of coke, I guess, and I'm talking about be all over his face. this guy, if you let him go do his thing for 8 hours and he comes back to the shop, I'm telling you right now, hands down, he'll do a badass tattoo. But if he's sober for some odd reason, he can't do shit. He don't even know how to tattoo. He can't remember how to do a line. He can't remember how to do anything.
You just think about the next fix.
Oh, bad. It was very, very, very bad. But
yeah, when I started my friendship, everybody, they were all on something.
Dude, oh God.
And then we had an apprentice house.
Yeah?
Yeah, they moved us all into apprentice house, and it was Jake Finney, Jason Smith, Ivan Spillman, and who else lived there? I think that's it. Yeah, all those lived in the house together. And I'm barely 17 because my parents kicked me out of my house because tattooing was the devil. And so I was living in there. I was getting up, getting ready for school. All of a sudden, there's a knock at the door. It's the cops. My house is getting raided. With all of us in there.
Shit.
And I'm just sitting there like, I had no clue about anything. I was pretty naive about the world.
Man. So they pretty much, it
was all over the house. I didn't even know it. I had no clue. Oh, well, not them, not the guys. There's other people. I'm not going to say somebody was doing drugs, but you know.
Next thing you know, hold on. Did you ever walk in and because this has happened in my spot. So like, have you ever walked in and you noticed like light bulbs are out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because look, I was wondering why my light bulbs kept going out randomly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just bought one yesterday. Like, how is it out?
Well, come to find out, it was all Ivan Spillman's doing, and the truck he just got, he actually stole it. And I was wondering why he was sanding down a brand new truck.
Oh my God, he's trying to make sure no one.
I'm just like, happy life.
You're like, can I help you with that? Here, let me get on this real quick.
I like sanding.
You need to get rid of those VIN numbers? Hold on, I got you. Let's make some new ones.
I'm just a happy-go-lucky 17-year-old.
You get inside, you're like, there's someone's ID and he won't just throw this away. Yeah, throw out all their personal stuff. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
He would come in and just have like piles of guns and stuff. Like, where did you get it from?
God.
Because I traded for a tattoo. I'm like, that's a lot of guns.
But that looks all scratched up where the serial numbers were. This is odd. Got a Dremel tool with you too? Yeah, I'll clean them up real fast.
Real clean.
Golly.
Yeah. I was like, I'm in danger.
Oh man.
Didn't even know it.
It was, dude. It was wild back then, especially than what it is nowadays.
Do you ever like look at your life like, I should have died a couple times?
Dude, yeah. Yes, I do. I like. Sometimes I'm like, I made it this far.
How am I 40 years old and I've lived this long? And
I'm going somewhere. Like, oh man, dude, I have to, because like all the shit that we went through. Oh God, that's no. It's some people wouldn't make it at all. You know what I mean? It's just, thankfully we did.
Yeah.
How about us?
Yeah, we live. Seeing some young kids now, and they're like, oh, people are so mean that I have to come in at 2 o'clock. I'm like, back in my day, we were here at noon and we stayed till midnight or later, and we were not allowed to leave.
Man, I know. Shit.
We would hold up signs to the camera. Can we go home? And the camera go.
I'm telling you, man, because it was, you know, back then we would definitely, the shops were open later, way later. You know what I mean?
COVID killed the late hours.
It did.
After COVID, no one comes in after like 9, 10 o'clock.
Hell, even the stores, other stores around here, you know, or around the world right now is, you know, it's 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Everything closes down because COVID only comes out at night. So.
Right, yeah, of course. Yeah, from this time frame.
Yes, that's when COVID is active. You better get in your house.
Yeah, you can't go outside.
No. I remember when COVID let up and they're like, okay, you can get back to work. Just make sure you change your gloves in between clients. And I'm just looking, I'm like,
man, I can't use the same one? That sucks.
Next time I have to change our needles in between clients. This is bullshit.
What is going on?
The audacity.
Right. These people, we really want to spend money on more supplies. This is not how it works.
Yeah. Tell me you never got a tattoo without telling me you never got a tattoo.
Right.
Change my gloves every 2 seconds. Like,
yeah, man. Like my clients will go, they'll look at me after like a couple of minutes because sometimes the stencil placement, you know, it may take a couple of tries.
Yes, it's not perfect.
Right.
Can you hold your arm natural? Yes, I'm holding my arm natural.
You get those big guys, like muscled up guys. They're like,
natural.
This is how I hold it when I'm walking. I'm like, is it? What about your leg there? And they're like,
where's the gun show? It's over there.
Bro, I had this one young guy. Which don't get me wrong, he was huge as shit. Like he was jacked up for an 18, 19-year-old kid that was in the military. And like, I was trying to do his leg. Like I was trying to put the stencil on his leg, and whenever he was standing up, he was flexing so hard like this. Then I was like, is that your natural stance? He goes, all the time. And he's breathing hard. And I was like,
do you have a stick up your butt the whole time? Like, what's going on, buddy?
I got worried because whenever I was trying to put that on there, right, I'm like, dude, I got to figure out how to do this without putting it on there wrong. So, because I've been trying to get him for at least 20 minutes to stand naturally straight. I look in the mirror and it's reflecting at him, and all I see is he's looking down, not paying attention to the mirror, and he's flexing the shit out of himself. His face is just really red. And I was like, man, dude, hey, you okay? He's like, he doesn't say that. He goes, like,
he's about to pass out.
Right. And I was like, dude, hey, are you all right?
Unlock your leg.
And you just see the tension, let's go. And I was like, I stand up, I grab his shoulders. He goes, what happened? I was like, no, don't do that to me. Sit down. And he sits down. He's like, no, what happened? I was like, you flexed out, buddy. I was like, for no reason. I was like, no one else saw this but me and you. He goes, that's never happened. I was like, yeah, you passed out standing up in front of me. He goes,
without getting tattooed.
Right. I was like, are you okay? He's like, I think I just need a bit. I was like, yeah, I'll give you a minute so I'll come back in there. Then I was like, so can we probably try to stand up straight? He's like, yeah, dude, I've heard about it, about people flexing and passing out, but yeah, I don't have enough oxygen no more. I was like, you were holding it all, like every bit of it, like straining your body just to stand in the mirror to look at me put your stencil on. I didn't even get the stencil on yet. And he looks back, he said,
"Aww.
How long were we there?" I was like, we were standing there for at least 20 minutes, and that's when you gave out.
Yep.
I watched your body just give up.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't get the stencil on, because he would have sweated it all off anyways.
Yes. But man, dude, those guys crack me up all the time. I do get a good laugh out of them a lot.
I have a little sign, no flex zone, in front of the mirrors.
Dude, that's what I want all over the shop too. Because that's something funny. Sometimes I'll let them go up there and flex the shit out of themselves. You know, I just wait. I'm like, you look good? You look good? They're like, yeah. I'm like, let's go get the stencil on.
You like that?
Now, I want to ask you about this apprentice stuff. So, do you think that with the way time has changed, do you think this apprenticeship stuff has gotten a little, I guess, like lightened up more, a little easier for a lot of artists?
Definitely a lot easier. Hazing's pretty much gone out the window.
Oh, it's gone.
And then with advancements with paper, we don't use paper very much more. We all have tablets, and they don't have to learn to build a machine anymore. You don't have to build your own needles or mix your own inks. So it's a lot gentler. It is,
man. And now I know this is probably odd because, but it's just the way. I guess kind of like what my dad taught me. But man, whenever I first started, like I said, I started 15, and so I literally would. I was like, I remember when I first did my very first tattoo. Obviously, it went wrong, went completely south, and I was like, I didn't even know what the armature bar did for the machine. I didn't know nothing. I'm a boy. Do you think any of us read any instructions at all about anything?
Yeah, couldn't even find any.
No. So I just tried to put the machine together, put the needle on and everything. I tried to do my tattoo. The very next day, they wash, and it's just a bunch of dots. It's just dots everywhere, and I was like, man.
Did you have a rubber band on it?
No.
No? Just go.
Yes, that's all it was. I didn't even have a grommet on it.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So you had no
nothing.
whatsoever.
And I was wondering why the whole time whenever I would get it at a weird angle, the needle would just come off. I'm like, how do I get it? This hole is too big. It's not working. It's like, this is not how it works.
What is this?
Right. And so after that very first tattoo, I literally told myself, I'm not using this machine no more. I need to figure out how to buy a machine and put it together and see how it all works. And I feel like there I'll be able to become better and better and better at knowing how my machines ran and how it works versus just grabbing a machine and going and just kind of figuring it out on the long run. So I built a lot of machines, and like when I went over with Kyle, whenever he was here over the podcast, I did tell him about the machine that I made. And I thought I was on the right track, but it did explode. And but I wasn't inside, so I almost burned down the house.
That's good.
No,
well, no, not saying.
Yeah,
geez.
Because
no,
it was on the carpet. It was on the carpet, so I started singeing the carpet.
What was it, your capacitor or? Like,
no, there wasn't no capacitor.
There wasn't no
So it was live hot. It was straight hooked up, and the armature bar was all the way pressed up against the coils, so there was no noise.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at the power box. The power box had an indicator light saying it was on. Everything was like running right now.
Yeah.
Didn't know what that meant.
Contact with the.
Yep.
Yeah.
I left it on the carpet. I was like, I need some air. Go outside. I come back in. Yeah, that shit was just black and it was singeing out. I was like, what's that? Why is it doing that? And it's just, I mean, you can see all the smoke, the smell and shit. So I put it all out and, but from there, you know what I mean?
Your wife was okay.
Oh,
kids.
dude, no, I was 16 at the time. 16, I was living at my nana's house, and so I put a little. It was a weird spot inside of the room, so like there's this rug laying there. My nana was trying to clean up the house sometimes.
I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, she went to go move the rug. I was like, no, Nana, lay that rug right there. And I was like, I really love that rug, and like, you know, that's the spot it belongs. And she's like, baby, I'm just vacuuming. I was like, just vacuum the rug. And she's like, I done did. Now I need to vacuum.
That's where I hide my porno mags.
I was, dude, I needed to say something. I was like, Nana, don't. The dogs and the cats messed up that carpet right there. I don't want to mess up. She's like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave it alone. And I was like, thank you, Nana. She's like, I don't know what he's talking about. He just starts walking backwards, you know what I mean?
Come back and look when you're not down.
I guarantee you she did. And well, she never came up to me and told me, so I'm glad she did, you know, because I would have felt so bad. I still feel bad for it, but
have you ever had a capacitor blow up in your face while tattooing?
No.
Oh, that's the scariest thing in the world.
Well, did it happen to you?
Yes.
Man, was it loud?
It sounded like a gunshot.
Golly.
Yeah, and I was already paranoid enough. I was like, duck.
Right. Holy shit. Now, I've never had one explode on me or nothing, but I had, or not my face, but I had to do a, it was whenever they started coming out with this, the rotary machines, and I got this from a shop owner. He was really, really cool. He kind of helped me out, you know, after I got out of that one shop where he was pulling the needles and stuff. So it was my next shop. I go to him and he's like, you like cool machines? I said, I love cool machines. I was like, you can't go wrong with a cool machine. You know, that's all I knew.
Cool.
Right. And so the guy was like, you need to use this rotary machine. And he's like, I really think you'd like it. And like, so I haven't never used that machine. I'll go to a shop to do I guess like one of those Friday the 13th kind of deals. And then one of their artists was out and they were like, hey man, you do great work. Can you come up here and guest spot for the Friday the 13th? Trust me, you're gonna make money. I was like, I'm not worried about making money. I just wanna make sure I get to do tattoos. She said, dude, you're gonna do more tattoos than you expect. I was like, sweet. And I get in there and he's like, man, it's cool if you only get about 40 tattoos in. He goes, but just try to get as many as you can. So in about a 14-hour span, I got 86 tattoos in. And only reason why I got only 86 because I was about to start my 87th one. As soon as I turned the power supply on for that rotary machine, that all I hear is right, and I was like, what the fuck? And then ding, and he goes boom, something hits the wall. I was like, what the fuck? And I look at my glove, and my glove is it's all black, right? And then it has like metal shavings and shit all over my glove. And I was like, I look at the guy, the owner, he said, was that your machine? I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know what happened to it. He goes, buddy, that thing shot at the back end of it out. And I look in the back side of it, and I was like, oh my, there's a hole in there, right? So I'm starting to look for that bearing that shot out of there. I can't find it. And he's like, do you have another machine? I was like, no, I don't. He goes, so what are you gonna do? I said, I'm packing up and leaving. He's like, you got to do this tattoo. I said, you have another artist in that room right there.
People to help out.
Right. I was like, come on. I was like, dude, I've been here for 14 hours without a break. And he's like,
God, no.
He's like, you didn't take a break? I was like, I asked you for a break. You just kept handing me clients, which is fine with me. It's just, I needed something to drink, please. You know, just one little drink.
Food.
Right.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Yes. God, I was dying. I felt like I was in there forever. But no, dude, I never had anything happen like that other than that rotary machine.
That's scary enough. That can kill you.
Dude, all my other machines, I never had anything happen to them at all. Besides that one on the carpet and that machine in my hand. But like I said, that machine in my hand, it didn't make no like super loud noise. It was just like, and then I just hear, and then it hits the wall. I was like, damn.
Kind of comic.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely really weird. But I think that shop was it was in Hopkinsville or Hawesville, one of the two, but it was in Kentucky. But yeah, that was a really weird shop too, man. The owner was really, really odd. I think Jay knows the owner of that shop.
What was it called?
Ink Therapy?
Yeah.
Is that Hopkinsville?
That was in Hopkinsville, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Ink Therapy or Ink. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the black and green logos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jay, I think I was probably about 15 or 20 minutes away from meeting Jay for the first time.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago because he had just got done setting up that shop for the Friday the 13th for him to help him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to tattoo there, just to help out, with setting everything up before they got started and opened up the doors. And so I got there around 12:10, 12:15, and Jay had just left. And I think he has sold that shop to that shop owner. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was there for a little while, for that weekend, and right after the Friday the 13th shit happened, I went ahead and left on that Saturday morning and grabbed all my stuff, and because he was asking me to be there, but I found out some horrible shit about that dude. I didn't know, I did not want to be around or associate with, you know what I mean?
Yep. Get as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, it wasn't drugs. I'd be okay if it was drugs. I wish it was drugs.
Yeah.
But it was,
You know how to handle that stuff.
Right. This had to do with minors.
Oh, gross. No.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. I stayed away from that. As soon as
6 feet under.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, as soon as I fucking grabbed my shit up, I looked at him and I said, I'm gonna let you know right now, man. I don't have to give you an explanation, but I'm gonna tell you this. I got girls at home.
Yeah.
I said, that's all the information I need to give you, isn't it? He's like, come on, man, don't feed it into that. I was like, for you to know just a little information I gave you, and you sat there and knew right here?
Yep.
Nope, that's enough. I was like, that's how I know it's true.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do it, sorry. And I left, man. And I even told my wife since I got home, I was like, dude, I couldn't do that. She's like, what happened? I showed her all the stuff that was online. Mm-hmm. I was like, Liz, she goes, I'm glad you got out. I said, yeah, I'm not staying there with that. Because I mean, that word of mouth is very, very, very bad. Even if it was just a rumor, you know what I'm saying, dude? It's just, man, it's really hard to let that shit die out whenever it's that shit's just disgusting in itself. You know what I mean?
And the people that make it up to take someone down, that's also disgusting.
Right. It is. It goes both ways. Yes, yeah. It's still very bad on both parts. You know what I mean? Even if it's not true, it's still really fucked up to say.
Yeah. We used to have an artist that was at the shop extremely briefly. We called him Dick Pick Decker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I found out what he was doing, he was taking people's numbers off the consent forms and harassing them.
See, I don't like that shit either.
Oh no, that's instant fire. So I had the clients reach out to me because I try to make friends with every client that comes in.
Absolutely.
Even if they're not my own, I try to be friendly with them. So they reached out to me and they said, hey, just let you know your artist is doing this. And he just started working there. So I was like, thank you. Can you please send me any evidence you have? So they sent me all over. I printed it all off on the printer. Walked up to him, I said, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my studio. He goes, why? And I just started reading everything he was sending to the girls back to him.
See.
And then so after he left, I had called every single shop in town, which there's a lot of shops in this town.
Dude, there is, man.
I called every single one and said, do not hire him. He still got hired. But I was like, I'm not trying to bring him down.
Right.
Have you asked the health department how many shops there are now?
I haven't last time. Well, I think it was like 4 or 6 months ago. Whenever he came in here, not this last time because it was this week, but he came in here and asked, and it was like 40-something shops.
Yeah, 48.
48. That is ridiculous.
I
think when 50, he said it was 44.
We were at 50 at one point, but then some shut down, so now we're back at 48.
That's a lot of shops.
Just in Montgomery County.
Oh my goodness, that thing took off quick too.
There was 3 when I started. I'm like, back in my day, there was 3 tattoo shops.
I mean, because they definitely worked hard to come by, especially if it wasn't in like a huge city. You know what I mean?
Not a huge city.
No, this is more of a town. You know what I mean? A lot of folks do mistaking it for a city, which
because the military base. But when the soldiers are all deployed, I mean, the town's not.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very, very. It's not as populated as what everybody thinks it is. You know.
That's just crazy. 48. I'm like, you can hold your breath going from Kentucky to downtown Clarksville and only breathe when you see a tattoo shop, and you'd hyperventilate. I've tried it.
Yeah, that's just so insane. Because I remember the first time when I came up this way, you know what I mean? I didn't know much about Clarksville. I worked up here for a while in construction only, not tattooing wise, but when I came up here, literally driving down Fort Campbell, I saw a tattoo shop left, tattoo shop on the right, tattoo shop on the left, and like even some that were close by, I was like, man,
some in the same parking lot.
Right. I was like, how is this? That doesn't make no sense. Like, because you know, like I said, it was more like biker gang related whenever I started coming up. So like,
Same.
And I remember this. I mean, he was a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. He's just very adamant about how, no, fuck this shop or fuck that shop, man. They're gonna pull up next to me like that. I'm like, what do you mean pull up? What they do? And he's like, they set up a shop right down the road.
Yeah, and it was miles or like a mile down the road, but still. Yeah.
And I'm like, what? You said he pulled up? He's like, they did. Where? Down the road.
They didn't ask for my permission.
I was like, are you talking about the shop? Not pulling up in here, like literally? He's like, no, they didn't come in here. They just have a shop down the road. You don't understand this? I'm like,
yeah.
No, I understand it.
Gotta go break their heads.
Right. And like, dude, man, sometimes he really would. And I'm so thankful that, you know, I always had an excuse because literally I was tattooing and I would always look at him and go, I can't, man. You guys go without me. I'll get them next one. Because they'll go down there.
Yeah.
As a whole group and then let's go down there. Right.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, I'm not doing any of that shit, dude.
I mean, if you're going to open up, you can't stop them. You can't be like, you know.
Right.
I'm going to keep tapping that. I'm going to put that away. You know, let them be there. They're going to, if they're good, they'll stick around. If they're not, they'll, you know, go away.
Right.
Just
they'll wither away.
Artwork, and don't worry about how many shops there are in town or how many, you know.
Because if you focus the ball on that, you're
going to drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, you're going to slow your progress down on your own, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Worry about your own, what's going on in your own four walls. Don't worry about other people's four walls.
Right, exactly. See, that's cool, man. Do you have now get on your, like, I guess, personal level, do you have, like, any kind of, like, children and stuff like that?
Children? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I have a son and 2 daughters and a grandbaby.
Oh, wow. Hell yeah.
I'm an old grandmother back in that day.
So, what? Now, I do have, like, a lot of clients and artists this week that had reached out on the Not Famous Radio Instagram. And actually, there's a bunch of questions that people want to ask. And especially a lot of new, I guess they're new artists here in Clarksville. I know there's a tattoo artist name, I can't remember her name, but she works at Leap and Look. And she was one, you know, kind of touch base on like how people kind of get their career going in this tattoo industry with having kids and like kind of like how it feels to be like a new mother or something like that, starting this career.
Oh, that's really hard. And anyone that can do it is like way more power to you, because I was fortunate because I was, you know, 17 when I started. And then I didn't have my first kid till I was 22, but I was a single mom, and then I adopted a daughter.
Oh, wow.
So that was having 2 kids at that point and trying to work and maintain everything, and then also buying into the shop at the same time, still being single.
Right.
You have to wear a lot of hats. So starting out, you don't get paid for the hours you're away from your kids. You can't have your kids in the studio. So you have to have a really strong support system, like parents or someone to help you raise your kid. I don't even know how you would go about doing that if you don't have a strong support system to help them.
Right.
That's really hard.
Because there's a lot, like I tell a lot of, you know, artists and people that are trying to start out in this industry. And they're like, the one thing I really do preach on is you know your sacrifice. Because if you want to do a 9-to-5 thing, that's fine, dude. Yeah. But when you're starting out in tattooing, you can't do 9 to 5.
You can't do 9 to 5.
You have to push yourself through the limits of because you're gonna have days where you're like, I'm not making nothing. Of course you're not.
Yeah, you're learning. You don't have to pay anything either. You don't have to, like, you go to school, you have to pay for it.
Exactly. So, and like, you know, you got to sacrifice that time and that effort to be able to press through all the bullshit, great stuff. You know what I mean? Yep. Just keep an open mind of all that stuff, because, like, you know, like you guys know, I got 5 kids, and it is definitely challenging to be an artist and try to be there for your kids at all times. You know what I mean? Not that I'm not there for them. It's just
you feel like it's a balancing act.
Right.
All the time. I wish I would have spent a little bit more time with my kiddos, but
Yep.
I was trying to provide a life that I didn't have for them, but then again, I wasn't there as much as I should be. So it's really hard, and it weighs on you. Like if you're not with your kids all the time.
Right.
But you're like, these kids want money. They want the nicer things in life. I have to work.
Yeah.
So.
Now, do you think it kind of, what's the ages of your kids right now? Before I get into
My
this?
youngest is 17. I have a 22-year-old and a 24-year-old. So
Okay.
and then the almost 2-year-old grandbaby.
Okay, sweet.
So I'm almost out of the clear with kids.
Now, how do you feel about, as if, you know, them watching you, you know, go through your career like you are, you know, because like I said, you have a really good, you know, track going for yourself. You're very great. And, you know, I mean, you started out, you know, young and tattooing. Now you're owning your own shop full of great fucking artists, you know what I'm saying? And like, and now you got these babies and plus your grandbaby that's doing nothing but seeing you like progress so well in your career. Even though like we have our things like, man, you guys don't understand it took this long or it took this and this to do this. And
they saw the struggle from the beginning.
Right, but like
that's why neither one wants to be a tattoo artist.
But they see your drive though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have the entrepreneurial aspect of me, but they don't want anything to do with tattooing. They want to have their own business. My son wants to open up an electrician business.
Hell yeah.
That's one thing AI can't take away. Yep. And my daughter, she's always been into like homesteading and stuff like that, and chickens and taking care of herself and
well, that's cool.
Little money as possible.
Hell yeah. And what I really like about it is, especially, you know, hopefully that the kids get to see, even though we don't get to spend as much time as with them, is that they get to see our drive that we want to push for our career. So like, because a lot of people, man, once they hit that first failure, they're like,
I give
something else. You know what I mean? And so it's like, why stop, man? If you gave up so quick, that failure is to show you that you tried it.
Yep.
You keep doing it, keep failing, because I promise you, once you fail so many times, you will succeed in one time, and then boom, and it would feel so great in here. You know what I mean? So
success is like being pregnant. Everyone says congratulations, but nobody knows how many times you were fucked.
Right. Exactly. And that's real. That's real. It really is. And that's the one thing that, you know, hopefully that, you know, my kids see, and because we got 4 girls and 1 boy, and he is such oh man, tell me about it, dude. These girls run the house. They all buddy. With the world spinning left, they'll make it spin right. These girls definitely will run it. But I really like knowing the way my boy sees life, because that's something that I really try to push into my kids' heads, is not knowing that, you know, they need to hurry up and pick what they want. It ain't that, man, because, you know, I got varieties of ages on my kids. You know, I got a girl that just turned 20. I got a little girl that just turned 18, and I got a 10-year-old that's gonna be 11 this year. He's my boy. He's right in the middle, and then I got a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. So like I got different range, right? And what's really cool about, you know, my boy, and especially my 2 older girls, you know, because I got my oldest right now, she's got a really, really good head on her shoulders. She's striving. She's been working ever since she was 17, or it was 18, right? 17, 18? 18. She's been working right at the dollar store and stuff. I mean, but she's progressed. She's went, you know what I mean, moved up. She does her work, you know what I mean, doesn't take days off, and, you know, and I really, really appreciate that, because she really pushes through, even if it's bullshit stuff that she has to deal with, she still pushes through it, and it doesn't let it take it over. And that's something that I really like about, you know, my son, because he will literally look at, you know, life itself and go, well, if it's hard, it still has to be done. It's still got to be, you know, you still got to try it, because you don't try, you'll never know. And I really like that about
pushing yourself out there.
Right. And that's so cool, because like, he's very headstrong on, like, he has a morning regimen, like a routine.
That's so cute.
And he has it taped up on the side of his like, he has like game chairs. So like the game chair is set in a certain way, so when he wakes up, boom, he sees it. And I love it too, because each month his regimen changes. So each month he'll add one thing or take something off and add 2 things. And he gets so excited to show me, and I love it too. And so his first thing is make my bed. Second thing, do 100 push-ups. Third thing, do 100 sit-ups. Fourth thing, go in the bathroom, take a cold shower. No hot water. And you know why? So his skin stays nice and tight. And he goes, so to be all nice and good whenever I get like 20 to 30 something. I was like, what are you trying to say, son?
Why are kids worried about that so much?
Right.
So crazy.
And then I
get the retinol cream so I can stay young. I'm
right.
Like, 12.
Yeah.
Calm down.
And dude, I think that shit's so funny whenever he'd start telling me that stuff, you know what I mean? And he'll be like, Daddy, is all this great? Is it good though? Is this something I really need to do? I was like, yeah. You do this, and it's only going to better you. It shows you how, right? It gives you something to be able to do every morning. And once you're doing this, I was like, man, these little routines, you won't even need it on the sheet no more. It'll be so much of a common thing for you to be able to just get up and do, and bam, and that's how you go ahead and freshen up your day. That's how you started. Look, you got these little things that you just did. Guess what? You completed it. You completed it for today. I was like, you're able to get up and say, I got that done. I finished that. You know what I mean? Even if it's just little stuff, that really does help you, move on throughout your whole day. Because sometimes you might spill your drink or something and upset you. You know what I mean? You might trip or something over a little cord, whatever it may be. It could just kind of ruin your day just a little bit. You know what I mean? But no, I really like that they do that, and I feel like our kids see us push through the struggles and everything, and come out on top and where we want to be at.
See all the weird things,
right?
Like we used to have the warehouse here in Clarksville. I don't know if you've ever been there before it closed down. So it was a big music venue, and then O'Connor's, and I used to sponsor shows and put shows on all the time. And so we'd have bands nonstop coming through, and they would crash on my couch. I Prevail was one of the bands.
Oh, sweet, hell yeah.
I've been tattooing them since 2015, and so for 5 years. So they would crash on my couch, and my daughter would like sneak pictures while they're sleeping. I'm like, you gotta delete that. You gotta, no.
That's funny. She tried her best too. She's like, I gotta get these.
And then, I'm a pink angel.
Yeah.
Okay, for like breast cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did a huge concert at O'Connor's called Boobapalooza, which I had 7 of my band friends from all around the regions come and play for the show. Man. But one of my friends made me, he's actually a band here in Clarksville. He's like, hey, I'll come play, but you have to let me shoot a music video in the backyard of my house, because I had a huge backyard, lots of land and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, you can shoot a music video. And then my daughter was like, can I be in it? She's 13 at this point. The song is called Take Your Fucking Panties Off.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I don't know, maybe. So she made it snuck around, changed her outfit. So in the music video, you can spot her in like a Pikachu outfit and in a different outfit. She's like hiding. So it's become a drinking game. Every time you spot Aurora, take a shot and you'd be drunk by the end of the music video.
That is awesome. I would have to check that out. That's funny.
Well, they took it down.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it got taken down because I guess I don't know the whole story. I asked Steve about that, but something with the producer, something happened, so they had to take the video down.
Oh.
I know. I was like, man.
That would have been so cool to see.
I know.
I would have definitely tried my best to put it up on this live. Look, there she is.
So when I was moving out of my house, I was still finding panties.
Oh my God.
All over my backyard. I was like, oh my God.
So you don't live at that location anymore?
No. Okay. When I got married, my husband and I, we both owned our own house, so we both sold our houses and bought a house together.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what's your husband do? Is
he works for the military. He's not in the military.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
He's in security.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like top security.
You've been in that for a while?
Yeah, for a long time.
Did you meet him here, or was he like a client or anything, or how'd that go about?
We have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
That we met in a weird support group, and I was like, hey, if you ever meet a guy my age that's a non-complete douchebag, she's like, actually, I have the perfect guy for you, and she set us up on a blind date, and it was at the tattoo shop. And when he walked in, I've never associated dating and shop together, so that's weird.
Right. And, yeah. It's a little different.
A little different. So he walked in, I giggled, and because I giggled, he thought I didn't like him. He's like, at least I got a cool tattoo out of it. So it took 2 months before he actually talked him into asking me on a date.
Oh, wow.
He thought I didn't like him. Like,
oh, poor guy.
I know.
Buddy.
He was like, I thought you were just being nice. I'm like, I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. I don't just hey, you want to come hang out? You want to go to watch so I was asking if you want to go watch the fight at O'Connor's, and he's like, yeah, of course, I want to go.
Hell yeah.
And then our first accidental date was on Valentine's Day, and we both hate Valentine's Day. So
well, look at that.
we
Isn't that
bonded
cool?
over the hatred of Valentine's Day.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't. That's not my
And
holiday.
he's very like clean cut. Very. My socks match my shoes, match my tie, match everything. Very put together. And I was like, oh, he's so square. If I tell him my hobbies, he's gonna think I'm a wackadoo and run for the hills. And I was like, so I like collecting dead things like taxidermy and stuff and skulls. He goes, really? Me too? You want to see my collection? I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah, it was right there. It was really connected. That's cool. Yeah. That is awesome.
He does bug taxidermy and stuff. So
hell
he
yeah.
sells his pieces at the shop.
See, that's cool, man. I love that shit. My daughter got me like a little octopus inside of a like preserve jar.
Yeah, wet specimen.
Yeah, man, I fucking love it. I got like a bobcat paw and shit at the house. I'm about to get this raven. It's a taxidermy raven and shit. Like I love that stuff.
We have a hippo, a giraffe, and a zebra, and a penguin.
Like what kind of hippo?
Like his head, like his whole skull.
Damn, that's cool.
He weighs 70 pounds.
So you had the skull structure of it?
Yep, I have that. His actual skull.
That is neat.
Yeah, we go to anytime we go on vacation or trip or something like that, we always try to like get a skull to remember the trip. So we went to Gatlinburg, we found a Kodiak bear skull, and
fuck yeah, dude, that's cool as shit.
And we name them all, and we put their the day we purchased them and their life story.
Hell yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
so people
cool.
walk in the house like, oh, okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, shit, I would. I'd stay forever. I'd be just sitting there looking at everything. I promise you.
I've had people offer to pay money to tour our house.
Damn, that's cool. Hell yeah.
We have a whole Frankenstein lavatory, working lavatory with a bunch of horror signatures and stuff like that. And then we have the 1920s to 1970s vintage Halloween room for all the decorations from that time period.
Damn, that's cool as fuck. I'm about to come over to your house one time.
It's pretty crazy. You're walking around like, what the heck?
I got a guy that you guys would absolutely love. He's I've known him ever since I was in diapers. Like he was my dad's best friend, right? Mm-hmm. So him and my dad were best friends. He had a son literally my age. He was born a month after me. Me and him were best friends.
They're like twins.
Yes, we grew up together at each other's houses all the fucking time. And my buddy, so like your hippo is in the skeleton form, right?
Mm-hmm. He has the skin of it.
He has the skin of the whole hippo, and it's from like, I guess, because it's past the shoulders just a little bit, you know what I mean?
Bust.
And then it's just a whole bust, and huge as shit, like big, and I'll tell everybody all the time, you couldn't go into his house and being alone for 24 hours and say I saw everything.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I promise you didn't. You still have another 3 more days to get everything you thought you saw and see more shit. And they're like, there's no way this. I promise you. To the smallest little fucking skeleton stuff to like the hugest shit he has in there. And and he sells it, you know what I mean? He has a whole market thing for it. And I'll even show you his Instagram later on. But dude, he has a bunch of stuff, and these guys love it too, and they check it out all the time. All his stuff that he puts up, it's pretty badass shit. I love oddity type stuff.
Yeah, same. We each have our own craft room. And my husband does his bug taxidermy. We have to have them separate because of the smell from like the formaldehyde and stuff like that. So, I bought him a fridge to keep his specimens in, so that way I don't have to, see them in my fridge when we're like, oh, I'm hungry. What do I want to eat? Oh, it's rattlesnake. Nope, I'm good. So one day I came down to get some ice, and I put my cup in to get ice, and a bunch of bees fell out.
Oh, God.
And I was like, honey, what's going on? And apparently I found a bunch of dead bees, put them into a cup, put it in the freezer. It had fallen over and went into the ice dispenser. I was like, you have your own fridge. And he goes, it's full.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, that would have been a little trippy. You just try to get ice and it's just a bunch of bees falling in there. You're like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
I think our fridge is broken.
Dude, that would have been some wild shit, especially trying to call somebody to get the fridge fixed and you never even checked it. And they're like, there's no ice, it's just bees.
It's just bees.
Like, what the fuck? That's awesome.
You never know what you can find in our fridge.
Hell yeah.
Is that steak? No. That's not steak.
It's protein, though. I need it. Hell yeah, that's cool.
Oh, crazy.
What time is it?
11:31.
Okay, so I guess what we'll do is usually around this time, I like to try to take like a 5-minute break for everybody, just kind of use the bathroom, and then they'll kind of let all the audience people and the ones who are watching kind of leave some comments and questions. If you guys have any kind of questions for Annabelle or for myself, definitely leave them in the comments, man.
I still want to know what this dare is.
The what?
The dare from the beginning of the video.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't remember the dare. That was the most weirdest dare, guys. He asked you to hump my leg.
Ew.
Okay, that's a weird dare.
His Venmo, send Venmo, runs money, and then good.
Because he just kept going and going.
With the dare?
Yes. He's like, is he gonna do it? Hump your leg. Is he gonna do it?
What the?
For a galaxy. 5 minutes. I'm like,
How much is a galaxy?
I don't know how much the galaxy is there.
I mean, if he's gonna buy you a galaxy, might as well hump her leg.
All right, it's probably gonna happen.
$20.
I mean, that dare seems pretty.
At first I was gonna be a smart ass, and I was gonna be like, well, I was gonna tell you what it was. I was gonna be like, no, and I was gonna be like, but you can see this.
I mean, dude, I don't know if it's worth it. I guess we can definitely do some humming a leg. You know,
Yeah.
dogs do it all the time.
Yeah.
No one shames them for it. Oh God.
How original.
I was like telling you a word about it,
Yeah.
and he was like, is he gonna do it? Hump her leg, hump your wife's leg.
Fucking wild.
And I was like, what?
That's
And then
wild.
Like your wife's, and then he tagged my app.
Who was it?
Do you block it on
And
your page
literally,
too?
his name was Leg Humper. I'm not.
Oh Jesus!
He just, I need to see some leg humping right now. Look, this is what I need in this podcast. Everyone's podcast that I watch needs a hump a leg. At least once at the start, middle, and end.
Well, you know how
Our
they have
daughter was texting me. She's like, "Mom, why'd that guy ask you for dad to hump your leg?"
okay, podcast idea. Instead of like the hot ones, it's the leg humpers.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
You have to ask some questions while you're just humping the leg.
That'll be the next podcast
Yeah,
right there.
there you go.
We'll start that one up here soon.
Oh well.
Break time.
All right, we're gonna go on break.
First, client. Because he said so sus. He said sus LOL, and then you said you're gonna do it on the podcast. I said then you'll be the first one.
Oh, Ben, hell yeah, buddy, yeah. So on Thursday, we're gonna be opening up the leg humping podcast. Thank you all for tuning in, and just let you all know, it will be Ben here, my man, and see what you guys get to see at the beginning of the video. Now, we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna take a small break, use the bathroom, kind of go ahead and flood in all the comments you guys want to, all the questions. This was great. It actually went by really fast. So definitely flood it in there, man. Whatever kind of questions you guys want to ask me, ask the shop as a whole. I will be having Ben on here this coming Thursday. He is the shop owner at White Wall Art Company. Beautiful fucking people, and yeah, definitely. I can't wait to have him on here, and hopefully you guys get to ask him some things and get to know him and stuff. Like I said, he's a great person, so I can't wait. And like I said earlier, man, just go ahead and comment in the video below on the live and let me know what kind of question you guys want to ask, and ask Annabelle, okay? Thank you. We'll be right back. I'm gonna take this microphone off.
Yeah, I make sure I do that before.
You know, I'll forget.
I did that one time at a radio station. I'll never do it again. Come on, girl. Questions you ask. Ask all her questions.
Back in the good old days. I sold my toe to get a tattoo. You say sold? No, my toe.
I was at a convention with F&B and she was a bitch. Sorry, my neck.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You have yours?
Yeah.
Did you have yours on outside?
No.
Didn't want everybody to hear how much shit we were talking.
All those people.
All those people.
No, that's fucked up. They're like, yeah, who are you talking about?
No, they're not really.
That's all the questions that's asking. Who you talking about?
Yo, mama.
Hey. Is it the same weird question?
No, it's just it went on for so long.
Oh, gotcha.
Some people's children.
What is one of y'all's favorite memories about tattooing?
I would have to say it's anytime I have to do a mastectomy replacement for, I do free mastectomy replacements for cancer survivors. I'm a Pink Angel. If you go to pinkangel.org, they show all the artists that are in surrounding areas that help you get your life back on track after that horrible experience. Anytime I get to replace for a woman, that makes me happy.
That's so cool, man. That's awesome.
I always joke around with them. I'm like, I do it for the naked hugs.
Hell yeah. No, that's cool, man. That's really, really neat that you do that. You know what I mean? Because I do know a lot of artists who do that. And I think it's really, really neat that, you're one of them, as well. So it's really, really cool because that's like kind of giving back, you know what I mean, the best way you can,
Exactly.
And I love that, man. I love whenever artists try to show the most appreciation that they can towards clients, you know what I mean?
My grandma passed away from breast cancer and she never got the mastectomy. So
really,
she said that she wouldn't feel like a full woman without them. And I'm like, you can. So that's a way of giving back to making sure they feel whole again.
So that's amazing, dude. That's fucking just true amazing shit right there, for real. What was the question?
Sorry. What's your favorite tattoo? Your favorite memory of tattooing?
Well, dude, I think it's, well, I don't know if it's more so like memory just because of those. Everyone has like a lot of stuff, but it's just, I guess I fall in love with just the simple fact that my favorite memory is like each one of my clients. Not only that they give me stuff that where they're from, is that they kind of let me do a whole complete my thing. You know what I mean? Where I don't. They just say, this is the concept.
Here's my piece of me. You wear it forever.
Right, and like, dude, that's like probably one of the biggest things that I really cherish is just because they just let me do my thing. They're like, and like some of them, they're like, dude, can I just see the design? I'm like, yeah, dude. And like I always tell all my clients like this. I understand doing the tattoo part is permanent, but showing my design is so hard for me.
It is,
because I don't want no rejection. I want someone to be like, oh, can you just change the nail on this guy's finger? I'm like, oh man, dude, come on, it's all everything's perfect. But then again, I get it.
It's not going to be like
right. And I get it, because it's their body at the end of the day.
Yes.
Absolutely. And but I gotta say that whenever I got clients, like whatever bad has happened to me that morning, if my client just says, "No, man, do your thing, dude, I know it's gonna be great."
So nice,
dude. It is. There's no stress, nothing, and like the tattoo goes. Not that like anything goes rough, if they don't do that. It's so smooth. It's almost like everything just flows the way it's supposed to be flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When someone gets a little nitpicky, then you start stressing out.
Yes.
So I like that relief. Like they trust me. They know it's gonna look good. Okay.
So that's definitely probably like the best memories I have, other than like some funny shit. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, like I don't like this, but it's the only reason why I say it's a good memory because it was a friend of mine that did it, and like I don't think I'd be as comfortable. I don't think I'd be comfortable if anyone just randomly did this. Period. But it was just a funny moment because during COVID, obviously shit got shut down and stuff, and I did a tattoo, obviously, but I was doing it on the back of this guy's leg, like the back. So he's laying on his stomach, and And this guy just having the most hardest time with his tattoo. He's hurting, moving, just like tensing up, hard tensing up. So I'm getting, I go to stand up because I got to get in that part because you know how the bed is stretched over. You don't want to kind of lean over this way. You kind of need the best position you can. I'm standing up and I'm like right there in that tattoo, right? And next thing you know, I just say, I looked right up. I said, dude, what was that? He said, I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to fart. Ian, I'm so sorry. I was like, I take my gloves off. I don't say nothing to him. I put the machine down. He said, Ian, please, man, I'm so sorry, buddy. I was like, I'm gonna go smoke. I want you to sit here. He's like, can I go outside? I was like, no, you don't go outside with me.
No.
Just sit here for a moment. Let me have a moment by myself to gather my thoughts on this
Release the gases away from me.
Right. Because I just got shattered on in my face, okay? Let me take a little minor break for myself. So I come back in and just, you could tell how sorry he looked because he just looks, hey man, you don't have to finish it today. If you know, I was like, we're getting it finished. I was like, are you good? He's like, I was just holding. I was tensing up. I was like, I get you tensing up. He's like, so you're not like mad, are you? I was like, no, I'm not mad. I'll laugh about this later, but yeah, it's just not in my calendar to get shitted on today. Okay? He's like, no, I'm not trying to laugh because he giggled a little bit. He's like, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm so sorry. I was like, you're good, buddy. Let's lay down. And then whenever he goes to lay down, he's like, wait a minute. And then he stands back up. He's like, I might need to go fart one more time. So he went fart. But I ain't gonna lie, that is like one of the funniest moments that I have because I can look back on it now because it is funny.
It's funny.
It is. But at the time, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little heated.
Did you get COVID or pink eye?
No, thankfully, man. I was, oh God, because look, as soon as he left, as soon as he left, I looked right at my wife. I said, so I'm not gonna be able to open these up in the morning. She said, why's that? I said, got pink eye. He farted right in my face, right here. When I say I felt the gust of wind shoot out, that's real. It went. It just shot out like that. I was no, I'm out. It felt like a cartoon. I couldn't do it.
Hey, the trees got your hair.
Yeah, they'll catch me sometimes.
The next question is, what style of tattooing do y'all like best?
Yeah, what is it? What is your favorite style?
Well, I grew up in a street shop, so I was forced to do everything that walked in. But
versatile.
I do like semi-realism. It's very fun, and I love portraits and animals.
Dude,
I love doing animals.
I love seeing your semi-realism stuff. I really do. I like your art in general, period. It's just, especially your color stuff with your black and gray stuff. That looks really, really cool as shit. I think you just posted maybe it was last week. Now tell me if I'm wrong. It was like a picture frame, maybe. It was like gold, and it was color. I can't remember if it had a picture frame with it, and there was something inside of it. But
I don't know. I'm horrible at posting.
I did notice that like there was like a flower, like a red rose or some sort of flower in it. But anyways, it was just the way you captured that whole thing. That really captured my eyes. So I was like, damn, dude, because instantly I'm a terrible reader, okay? I can't read worth a shit, so I don't read. So
tattooers can't read. You know, we are forced to tattoo everything backwards, so we become dyslexic the longer we tattoo.
Oh, very bad, dude. Oh,
bad.
God. And
that's why I make people sign. If I have to do writing, I'm like, sign this, make sure it's right.
Yes.
It does not look right to me.
And every time I look at a client, I'll say, hey, will you read this? They're like, it's only 4 letters. I said, I don't care,
Doesn't
dude.
matter.
I need to make sure you know that it's correct. Because once I do it permanently, don't come back and say it's my fault. Because I asked you 400 times if this is right. Because I can't read. Okay?
Exactly.
And I do well enough to write my name right. And dude, I get thumbs up for myself on that. I'll even pat my back. But no, man, fucking, I didn't even see that who posted. I just saw the tattoo. I was like, hell yeah, this is nice. I was like, where is this at? You know, because I always wondered where all these artists are. Bam, your name. I was like, damn, she just amazes me with all the shit that she just posted. Because you know what I mean? Because I don't ever get to see on Facebook and stuff a lot. And then whenever I see your stuff, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is cool as shit. especially those pieces that I saw at the convention. Was it Otas?
Otas, yeah.
Yeah, dude, those were nice as pieces.
Need to take lessons from Kyle on being able to take photos because I'm still old school photos, heavy glare. I'm like, I can't take photos to save my life. Man, and it's funny that I started out as a photographer.
Did you? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But now I can't take photos to save my life.
Man, that's the first thing I tell my clients. I'm like, look, we're gonna go in this room, and it's all black, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got some light, whatever. And I'm like, this may take a while. And they go, what?
Relax, I want to take some pictures.
Yeah, let's go in this dark room back here and make a little porno together. Fuck. But no, I was...
Pump some wife's legs.
But no, man, I would tell them, I'm like, just let you know, this might take a little while. And they're like, why is that? I'm like, because I'm not a photographer. I'm a tattoo artist. I was like, this picture taking shit is not for me.
Plus, after you've been tattooing, like you do an 8-hour session and you have to go take pictures and you're tired.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the right angle, right shot. And I prefer the old school, we put your eye up to the lens type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it from my phone, I'm like,
you're right.
I look like a boomer trying to take a picture.
Dude, that shit's funny too, man. Because I'm far away, man, and then sometimes you'll be looking real close. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And you have to go home and zoom in and like, that line's not perfect.
Yo.
Every day, that's how you keep growing.
And the next question was, they want to see your favorite tattoo you have done.
Okay.
I have done?
Yeah, you got your phone with you?
Oh, Eric and Marty. I didn't know this was interactive questions. Gosh. I don't know if I have a favorite one.
Now, would you say that your favorite tattoos, like, are they pretty much like different categories?
Yes.
Or okay.
I had to have a lot in different categories.
Because I always tell people, man, like, and a lot of my clients and artists already know this, that my favorite shit is black and gray. That's like my favorite fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I will do color.
You want me to like hold it up? This is like one of them, like a different category. I don't know if you can see it. Is it in frame? Yeah, there you go. We did that in 2 sessions.
Damn, that whole back?
The whole back and his booty cheeks.
Hell yeah. Good job on that shit.
And then...
Because I know the back's so difficult for some people, you know what I mean? Especially the sides right here, getting that stuff done. Because, man, you're just packing and packing and packing.
Oh, where's my wolf is also one of my favorite tattoos.
Oh, your wolf?
Yeah. The wolf I did on the chest not too long ago. I love that one. But I can't find anything.
Let's say, was it the whole chest or was it?
It was just one pec side.
Okay.
I have to talk about it. See, look, I look like a boomer trying to look at through photos.
Oh man, I'm so terrible with the social media stuff. Like I ain't gonna lie, I use ChatGPT a lot for my questions and shit to kind of figure stuff out. And that thing's so helpful.
Have you ever used ChatGPT as a therapist?
So you can change like the tones and the people, right? So I ain't gonna lie to you. I had whenever first ChatGPT started, they had sassy, or a sassy tone or whatever. So I clicked her. I was like, why not?
Oh, here's one.
And let me say that woman made me mad.
Oh, the girl in the frame. This is the one you were talking about. The girl in the frame with the rose at the bottom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, frame. Yeah. That one.
Yes, that one. I love that fucking tattoo. Like, that is a very, very badass tattoo.
That's about it. I drew it up and I actually made that one for a poem. And then I messaged my friend and I said, hey, you want this? And then she's like, yeah, what's it mean? I was like, I started a poem. And she's like, I would be honored to have it. I'm like, cool. Give me my chair.
Yeah, that's cool as shit, dude.
I really want to do it.
Yeah, let me pull up mine real quick. My style, I'm more so like anything to miss the black and gray. It doesn't really have to be a particular style, you know what I mean? I enjoy the fucking shit out of just black and gray period alone.
Yeah.
It's so appealing to my eye. Not that, you know, color doesn't. Color is awesome as fuck. It's just, man, I could look at black and gray tattoos all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For hours. And
this is my favorite black and gray tattoo I have on me.
see, that's cool as shit.
Do you know who did it?
Is it the is it Bob?
Bob Terrell.
Yeah. See, I love Bob's work
And that's 10 years old now, and it still looks
and it looks so good, dude. That shit looks so wild.
like you could tell he's eating a cheeseburger.
Right, man. That's just so cool.
Yep.
Dude, he's a fantastic artist, dude.
Badass.
I got to see I think it was I can't remember what other artist was there, but he was getting, Bob was getting tattooed in Pennsylvania on the yard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Dub Morrison.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah.
I love Dub too. He's super awesome.
He is, man. And those guys, I would definitely would love to meet them guys, but I never got the chance. I haven't got the chance to meet them or nothing like that. I'm just now like kind of venturing out and trying to network a little bit more and more, you know, because I have met a lot of artists just in the 3 years that I've been in this, you know, this state and shit.
Yeah.
Because like I was telling her, I've met artists out in Oregon, Baltimore, New York, Arizona, Mississippi, Florida, Texas, California, and like these guys are so they're so fucking cool, man. They're just like
chill.
me and you know what I mean? And it is so neat to have people like that, you know.
I love walking into studios when I go on vacation, just like check out different shops and meet people.
Right, man, and it's amazing. It really is, dude. Especially whenever you know that they are just like how we are. It makes it so much easier to talk to them.
Oh yeah, exactly. I had a guest artist one time come from Tasmania, and I took him down to meet other shops around town because he wanted to go from Clarksville one day to Florida to see Florida, and then he wanted to go the next day to New York because he didn't realize how big America is. He's like, no, it's like this far on the map. It'd take like 40 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
From Florida to New York. I'm like,
using the fastest jet in the world, it'll take 40 minutes to get there.
That's not how. He's like, we could drive. I was like, no, we can't.
Yeah, help me out. I don't know how to work your phone. That's how terrible I am was
oh yeah, no, I'm the same way. It wasn't because of the phones. So I'm like, Siri, do this for me. I don't know how to freaking do it.
Dude, I'm so glad I got.
I'm just kidding, Siri, don't do anything.
She was like, of course.
Grandbaby.
Oh, look at her. Oh, it's a boy?
Yeah, he just has lovely curls.
Say that's a good thing then. And guess what? He's gonna look very pretty when he gets older then.
Oh, like somebody with curls? I don't know. Yeah. Chiquiti.
All right, so let me show you this. I really love this tattoo. I did this one yesterday, and this is one of the clients I had a lot of fun with. Like this, like I was telling her too. I was like, she said, "How was your day?" I was like, "Amazing. It was great." And she said, "Really? What'd you get to do?" My design. The whole design. And as soon as I showed him, he said, "Oh man,
I love it.
Absolutely." He goes, "That was like he said this. He goes, it was totally the opposite of what I was thinking. I was thinking of just a regular snake, but man, dude, I don't see many people with this kind of style." I was like, I know, that's why I want to do it so bad. He's like, let's do it, man. I don't care how you want to lay it on, let's do it. So I did, and I showed him.
I love that. Swishy, squishy. Oh, it's a snake. I thought it was like the ink blot.
Right, yeah.
That's dope. Love the texture on that.
And it's so like well saturated, you know what I mean? It's so nice and black, you know.
Black like my soul.
Dude, and I love the richness of it too.
Gorgeous.
And then when you get a chance, just pull up the back piece and my chest piece. Cause that back piece, I'm not even done with it yet. I still got about 2 more sessions. So I'm gonna do the opaque because it is a cover-up that I have. Have you seen that nuclear explosion one?
I think so, yeah. It's on your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's been wanting that tattoo for 10 years, and he's just never been able to find the right artist to be able to do it. And then and I do get excited about, you know, my pieces and shit. And so like he was like, as soon as he saw how excited I was to do it, he knew that this definitely was the right spot he was at. So I got the whole tattoo done. It's all black and gray, done really, really good. The only thing we got left is like the opaques in the center of the mushroom cloud, the explosion, just to be able to cover up the rest of the cover up, you know, the existing tattoo. And then after we do the opaques, then I'm gonna do all the color just inside the mushroom cloud. Everything else is gonna be that heavy black.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
I'm super stoked for it. I can't wait.
Yep.
And then my other two favorite ones is probably the dragon one that I did, and that the cathedral castle. That's it. And again, those are the clients that are like, here's my concept, you change it how you want, do your thing.
Those are always the best.
Yes, and dude, it is.
The guy from the convention that I'm doing the horror leg sleeve in, that's how him and his wife are. They come in every 2 weeks and let me work on their leg. We're about to do the last piece on that horror leg.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Dude. The two chest ones, the one with the cathedral and the dragon.
Oh, I got a funny story about him. We did a piece on his leg, and we did it on like the very inside of his leg, and he had lost some weight, so the skin hangs a little differently, especially when it's damaged or swollen. Yeah. So the next day I was working on him, and he came in. I was like, "Hey, let me check out the swelling's gone down." And I was looking at it. I was like, "Well, the swelling's gone up. That looks weird. That looks really weird." And then I realized what I was looking at, and I just turned my head upwards. And without him missing a beat, his wife didn't even get off her phone. She was just like this. She goes, "Honey, put your nuts away."
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Oh,
I flipped out, and I was like, "Oh, yep."
You got to tuck those back in there, sweetheart.
Put them away.
That is fucking funny as shit. Hell, that's a great story.
Every time I see him, I'm like, "Honey, put your nuts away."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So those are your favorite pieces. And the next question was, what's something that you love to tattoo, and what's something that you're not really a fan of?
I
I guess
a tattoo.
Category,
like glittering.
Statistics, you know what I mean?
Okay, well that's I'm gonna get a lot of hate probably from my answer, but go for yours.
No, let's start with you. I did mine last time.
Oh man.
Now you said hate, so I want to hear the hate.
Because everybody hates it.
Is it tribal?
No, I think everybody would be okay if I hated tribal.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather do tribal than this style, and it's just the only reason. I'm sorry, okay?
Sorry? You just don't like it.
I don't. It bothers the shit out of me. And we got clients that have me doing this style right now. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do my very best. I promise. I love tattooing. I would never do that to myself. I don't like American traditional. I don't like the colors. I don't like the black and gray.
I'm with you on that.
Oh, thank God, dude, because
every time I do American traditional, my brain's like, put more color in it. And I'm like, I'm not allowed to, brain.
Yes.
And they're like, put it all the way to the edge. I can't, brain. I have to leave it whip shaded. So it doesn't click with our brains that we want to do more, and we're not allowed to.
Right.
It's very limiting.
Yes, and I was discussing that with her. I was like, my brain will not allow me to do that. It wants to do more than what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it wants to use different colors. It wants to do more. It wants to get more saturation.
Like tones and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many traditional artists, and they are amazing at what they're doing. It's oversaturated with American traditional. It's okay to not like doing American traditional.
Thankfully, because let me tell you, I do get a lot of people that you can't hate the trade. I'm not hating that it's out
think it's
there.
Beautiful.
Yes,
it's just my personal brain.
Right.
Says,
It's not that because I do have a lot of shop owners that'd be like, oh, it's just because you find it hard. Then no, I find it rather easy. It's just my brain is wanting to do more shit to complicate it and make it to what I'm used to doing.
It's too easy. You're probably neurospicy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So our neurospicy brains are like, we must make it extra complicated.
Yes.
We must do all the steps and do all the things
every fucking time. Well, honestly, if it's in my favorite, weirdly enough, I love doing anything with eyeballs. Like, if it's an eyeball alone, I love an eyeball. Like, I love eyes so much. I drew them a lot when I was a kid. Like,
Did you only draw one eye or draw both eyes?
I would both different times, you know what I mean? Because I get weird with it. I remember this one time I drew this whole poster, big ass poster, probably big as these mirrors. There was one big ass eye in the center. Every eye, there's eyes hanging off and shit.
Yes,
full tool. I seriously did. Yes, man. And I I'm so well fascinated with eyeballs. It's so unreal. Like I'll even go on Google and look at all these like the microscopic pictures of the inside of the eye.
It's the windows to the soul, though. That's how you tell a person. You can shape something from the eyes. Like you can look at a serial killer and you can look at a mom, stay-at-home mom or something like that. You can tell the difference between their eyeballs alone.
Huge difference, man. And like it's almost like they're trying to tell you something right there. You know what I mean? But yeah,
you can't change your veil on your eyes.
No, hell no. It's always gonna show you what that person is or who they are. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Exactly.
But that's probably definitely one of my favorite things is eyeballs and fur. I love doing hands too. Yeah. Like not hand tattoos, like
actual hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, and a lot of people find that hard. I do, but like I guess my brain likes the difficult kind of stuff. Like.
Plus, on the fun side, you have a reference right there.
Right.
While you're tattooing.
Whole
so
time. And dude, a lot of my clients, they'll go look at me really weird. And I say, what are you doing? I'm like, sorry, man, I have it here. because sometimes all right.
I need to look at my shape.
Yeah, I'll go back to it every once in a while. And then if I got an image that's a pretty like, where I need to gradient the tones out a little bit more, I'll even look at my design and I'll capture my emotion that I need to in the air, and then I'll go ahead and apply it in that way.
Practice.
Yes, and I'll do that right then. And
I'll do that with lines too. I'll like go pull a line, make sure my wrist can reach it all, and then go back.
Every time, I do that a lot. But yeah, what is something that you do? Go ahead and ask her the question because I know it's like a 2-tier question. Or do you remember it?
I remember it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a brain cell today.
Hell yeah.
I had a cup of coffee. Least favorite would be lettering or just outlines. Because I'm like, it's like getting a coloring book. You're allowed to do everything, but you have to just trace the outline of the coloring book. I'm like, I'd rather color or do something in shading, like fine line. I'm not a huge fan of fine line.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
That was definitely probably another one of mine.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I can do it. It's pretty, but.
Right.
And then also the longevity of it. Like I've had some fine line, like these were fine line when I first got it, and they're 10, 15 years old now, and you can't even see what this is.
Right.
Blob.
Dude, and that's most of them will do that. You know what I mean?
I would like longevity. Make sure it looks good. 20 years when you're showing my work, it looks okay. And my favorite thing to do is animals or female portraits or portraits in general. I love doing portraits. The harder the better. The hardest portrait I ever had to do was Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
That guy has everything in a portrait in one face. The wonky eye, the moles, the hair, the wrinkles.
Dude, to be for real with you, I don't know why. I guess because it's the way her face is shaped, but I've always I've drawn Marilyn Monroe a lot.
Oh yeah. She's
like a lot. But the thing is, I always will tell everybody this. I'll do everything else besides the fucking cheeks because the cheeks are so hard for me to do.
Yeah.
Tattooing, drawing doesn't matter.
Yep.
I'll leave those last all the time, and then I'm like, and then when I get done with them, it doesn't matter how it looks. I'm mad at it. I don't like it.
That's why you should start with it first. Like always start with the part that is the hardest. Get it done. That way everything else kind of falls in, because the whole time you're doing all the other pieces of the portrait, your brain's like stressing about where you have to, where your weak spot is. That's like my nose I feel is always my hardest spot. So I always start with the nose, because get that done, and then everything else becomes easier because I'm like, okay, the nose is done.
Gotcha, okay.
I don't have to stress about it for the rest of the portrait.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's the nose and the cheeks I leave last, because even when I did her tattoo on her thigh, the hair was done.
Yeah.
The forehead was done. The eyes were done. The mouth was completely done.
Yes.
The bottom of the chin was great. This was gone. This wasn't even there. It was just barely any stencil left. And I'm like, all right, go smoke a cigarette. We'll go wait.
So
She's like, what do you got left? Cheeks and nose.
Cheeks and nose.
She's like, on both of them? Yep. I was like, I can't do it. I don't know. I was so scared because you could either meth or natural or just beauty or a witch. You know what I mean?
Or super saggy. Well, nose is scary because you put just a little bit too dark a shading underneath the nose, and then you're in a whole different category of scary tattoos.
Yes.
Or if it's a little bit off, it throws the whole entire face off.
And it can happen so quick.
So
too,
quick. Just like a little, like they could cough and.
Yes. Oh,
you just cut my nose off, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking.
The next comment is from Ray Sachs. He said, tattoo artist, and he said question mark with a mouse dot. And he said, hello from a tattoo artist out in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hell yeah,
tattoo
man.
artist from Nashville, Tennessee.
What's up? Appreciate you coming on the live and, you know, watching it with us.
You're our neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, dude.
And then Allie Rowley commented on it and said that she loves you, best tattoo artist around.
Oh, thank you. Love her
Very
too.
true.
And
Oh,
you have been
sweet.
sent all kinds of gifts from everybody.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's really cool.
You should get like a stuffy version of all the gifts, and anytime he gets a gift, just throw it at his face.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'd be cute,
That'd
wouldn't
be cute.
it?
You got a rose.
Fucker. Every single time I get something thrown at me, I'm just like, thanks, Annabelle, appreciate it.
If I was on a live and I saw somebody getting pelted with gifts, I'd be sending the gifts left and right. Pop, 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 pop.
Fuck, I guess we'll have to do it then, because
You
I'll
would,
do
wouldn't
it.
you?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Our niece and nephew, Aslan and Braylon, are on the live, and they said Uncle N with 2 arms flexing emoji.
Oh, hell yeah, little Uncle Aslan and Braylon.
Oh.
My babies.
Aaron said, how dare you? I guess over the traditional thing.
Oh, I know.
Just because we're not like, we don't get super excited about, I mean, we get super excited. Anytime we do tattoos, we get super excited, but we're just like,
right.
yeah. I still love doing it.
It's like, oh, cool. I'm back at the children's coloring book session. Blasphemy. Trad isn't dead. No, it's not dead. It's definitely not dead.
No, there's lots of amazing tattoo artists that do it.
Yeah, and no, definitely that's the reason why, like I said, you know, I don't want to get no hate for it.
Yeah.
It's just my, you know, how I see, you know, what I do, and I just definitely know I love that trad is still out there, and I love that, you know, people still want to do trad. It's just not my forte. You know what I mean? It's just like someone's food. You know. Not everybody likes fucking broccoli. I know I don't.
That's
so
why we have menus.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, if everyone's doing traditional, I mean.
Right. How you gonna do yours?
Exactly.
Right. Everybody's already done it. So like, dude. No, I'm happy that, you know, even the new school traditional pieces that are coming out now, and people are trying to change it up a little bit as they go. Which, don't get me wrong, it's looking pretty cool, but I'm still not gonna do it. You know, I'm still not putting it out there saying, yes, I'm going back to American traditional. I'm not. No.
So like when I find artists for my shop, I always try to like find ones of different categories that like their favorite stuff. Like we have someone that's in the American traditional and someone in the realism, you know.
Yes.
So that way you have a collection, because people want all kinds of different styles.
Right.
So you walk in, it's all in one place.
And plus, a lot of your artists that you have at your shop, man, they I'm not going to say that they're 100% completely versatile, but most of your artists are, you know what I mean?
Very,
like,
they're
yes,
any which way.
Yes, and that's what I really like, you know what I mean? I like, you know, because I'll talk about this all the time. I really like artists that can actually go from American traditional to, oh, you want a fine line little infinity knot?
Yeah,
I
sure.
got you. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Instead of versus, oh, I can't because it's just not what I do. And,
yeah.
But
I have a 5-year waiting list, and I only do dot tattoos.
Right.
That's what I do, and I will not do anything else.
Dude, and that shit's wild, man. It's just because, like, it's almost as if it's telling me that you don't want to grow as much. You know what I mean? But
Jack of all trades, master of none, still better than a master of one.
yes,
Yeah.
right. And that's the thing, man. With a lot of people, they don't even nowadays. They don't even if they're sticking to the one style. They don't even try to draw like new stuff. They don't try to like. It's just
push it out of the comfort zone.
Right. Yeah. They just whatever they can find on Google or Pinterest. You know what I mean? Or clients that send them shit. That's it. They just smash it.
Yep.
Boom. Print it out. That's it. No, nothing else. No, like, oh, let me try to put my little twist on it, or let me try to see what I can bring out of it. And I don't know if you know him, Josh. You know Josh, man?
No.
He's tall as shit. Like you couldn't miss him if he walked in the room. He's tall as shit, skinny as hell.
I'm bad with names. I'm sorry.
No, me too. Like, trust me, I am terrible with names. And
everyone, hun. Hi, hun.
Yeah, everyone answers to it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, she's talking to me. Is your name Hun? Yeah, it is now. You know. But no, that's one thing I will say I like about Josh. Even though, like, you know, he is pretty new in tattooing. About, you know, I'm probably gonna be wrong about the years that he's been in it. About maybe 3 to 5 years in between there. Which he loves, like the old school American traditional, which is cool and shit. But what he does and twists up everything to make it his thing, which I love. Like he'll find some cool stuff and just bam, put this stuff together and make it his own tattoo. Nice. And he does a really, really good job at doing that. So like, I respect that like a lot, just because the simple fact of being is he's not like, oh, I love this traditional, bam, it's in my upper grabs. That's right. It's like, man, dude, Josh, that's
awesome.
It's a tattoo, bro. Yep. You know what I mean? That's someone else's, and he doesn't do that. He draws his own shit, his own type of stuff. And so when you see it, you can Google image it, but it's gonna pop up different stuff that's not even put together like this one is, because that's how he done it. You know what I mean? And that's what I really like about him, especially on the aspect of, you know, sticking with the old style of American traditional. Yeah. And that was his wife that commented on there about it. Yeah.
Rude.
Ben said to the American traditional, he said it's cool to learn, but once you branch out and do styles that are more fun to draw, it's just different.
It is very different, and that's probably, you know, what brought me out of it a lot too, and a lot of other people as well, is that you know, because once you branch out, knowing that you can take your realism pencil drawing and make it a realism like a tattoo, it's almost like as soon as you done it once, you don't even go back to the traditional.
Have you seen the style where they have American traditional, but then one aspect is hyper realistic?
Yes. Yes.
That's butter. I love that.
Do you know Chris Mullins?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he does that shit, and it looks so beautiful. Like, I love his work, man. I am very fascinated with that guy's work a lot, man. I remember when I was at the first Old Ties convention, and he had done a Dorothy piece on someone's leg, and I was waiting, and as soon as he won Tattoo of the Day for that, and I went straight to him, shook his hand. I wanted to know his name. I said, dude, I'm so happy that I lost to this. This is so amazing, dude. Like, epic. And he was like, dude, thank you. I was like, no, dude, that's fucking perfect, buddy. I fucking love this. This shit looks real.
Conventions are about. It's not about my dick's bigger than your dick. It's about bonding and learning and seeing different aspects.
Yes. And like, you know, like I said, the tattoo industry kind of has like, I guess like its own little background to it, where it's just like, oh, I can't talk to these guys. These guys are too hard ass. It's like, no, dude, seriously, we might look mean, but as soon as we open up our mouth, look how sweet we are. You know what I'm saying?
We're a bunch of cuddle buddies.
Yes. Because like a lot of people, if I'm just staring off, people think I'm scary. People think
I'm just watching a movie in my head.
Right. And a lot of people think that I'm very, very unapproachable. You know what I mean? And I get that a lot. And but as soon as they say, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" They're like, "Oh, it's a whole big," and I can see their whole shoulders just drop. Like, man, I was so wrong about you. You were nice. Yeah, like I have a lot of people be like, it's usually months down the road. They're like, "Dude, you have no idea how scared I was."
I don't get why people are scared when they walk into the tattoo house.
Right.
Like, very intimidating the first time. Like, we're not going to stab them. Okay, we're not going to purposely swim you.
Chloroform them. Hurry up, bring them back to the back of the shop right now.
The next question is, do y'all like watercolor?
Watercolor?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty if it's done correctly. There's a lot of times I see watercolor done where there's no support to it, and then over time you just can't tell what it was anymore.
Right, and there is a lot of tattoos out there that are like that, especially whenever they're trying to imitate that watercolor look, which, I mean, it's hard, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean?
It looks easy because you like splatter it all. Like there's a structure to do it to make sure it stays for a long time. Yes. So you just flop it a bunch of light tones in there. In about 4 years, you won't have any color in your tattoo. Yeah.
And no, I do find it fun. I'm not much of a big watercolor person, but when I am doing watercolor, I don't really like to go too big out of the watercolor unless it's this big. If it's bigger than that, I'm a little too nervous for it. I'm like,
that's too much water.
Yeah, find somebody else that's their forte. Which Shayla, she works in. That's what she does. She loves that shit.
I have a question. How do you feel about? Have you seen the blast over tattoos they've been doing, where they just a big black outline of a tattoo over a cover up?
Yeah.
How do you feel about those?
That bothers me. The only reason why it bothers me so bad is just because, like, I understand what it's for and why it's called a blast over. I get the whole concept. It's just...
We're so controversial right now. I love this.
My brain will not just be like, that's how it's supposed to look.
No.
It won't, dude. It will not. It's almost like someone's toolbox laid too many stickers over the top of everything, and now they got like this outline of a gorilla head. They're like, yeah, dude, that gorilla looks badass. I'm like, yeah, I can't really tell, you know, with all the shit that's in the background, but yeah, dude, that's cool.
It's too busy.
Right.
And then it's like, it feels a little like it's not done.
Right.
Or like, are you gonna finish this anytime soon? Or like sometimes I seen like a couple that look good, but for the most part.
Right. Yeah. I haven't seen too many that I've just been like, man, I'm gonna start doing that today. You know, the blast over is definitely something that like kind of bothered me a little bit, but then again, it's people's preference.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
everybody's different.
Yep.
Again, why we have menus.
Then you have one more question that says, what helps you with your best inspiration for tattoos when you have a free reign? Like what helps you come up with the idea when you don't have a free reign to do?
Yeah, what are some, actually, whenever you get a client like that, like say if it's a new client, right?
Yeah, that I always try to like, give me a direction. I need it because they're like, whatever you want a tattoo. You do not want Patrick Swayze riding a unicorn through a, something weird going off in my head. Give me a direction at least.
Because I'll let them know real quick how weird my shit can get. You know what I mean? How fast and weird.
You don't want to go what's in my brain. Just give me a direction. What are you into? So usually what helps with that idea is sitting there and having a conversation with the client, like finding what their likes are, what they're into. That'll help narrow it down.
Yeah, that's what I like doing a lot too, especially if they message me over the Instagram. So what I'll do is, if I've never tattooed them before, they're like, hey, I'm very new in Clarksville, whatnot. Can I get a tattoo from you? You can do whatever you want. I just totally free range it. I'll stop them and be like, if you get a chance to come into the shop, I would like to sit down and have a little chat with you.
Yep.
I'll start off by saying, what kind of movies do you like? What are you into? Because the movies is like what's going to help me kind of see.
Gauge your personality and
right.
stuff. Yeah.
So.
Are you Goonies or are you Back to the Future?
Right. Yeah. Because I kind of want to know, like, what's too nasty, what's too gory, what's too, like dark, demented, you know, and where's your breaking point on those kind of aspects of it? And because, like, I'll tell people all the time, I got a design drawing in my books that no one's gotten it. I guess because it's too fucked up, but it's Mickey Mouse holding a farmer's bucket, right? With a farmer's hat on and a straw hanging out of his mouth. Now here's where it gets fucked. The people that's in that basket it's Winnie the Pooh that's cut off in half, right? And then there's Tigger, but only a piece of Tigger because Tigger.
Yeah.
Well, no. It's Tigger's half of his like lower half just hanging out, and you can see his tail gone. Oh. But if you look behind Mickey Mouse in the Trail of Blood, there's Tigger's tail in the background. And now if you look real close into the design, Mickey Mouse is wearing overalls, right? And on the side of his overalls is a hook.
Oh no.
Where it has Piglet's head pinned to it with a nail. And all you see is the spine hanging out. So Piglet's body's gone, just the spine's there.
Oh, that's demented.
Right, so it's very, very, very dark. And I love that kind of shit. I like mixing up something that you would never think would happen.
Yep.
And it's like real glorified, you know what I mean? Like, and I really like shit like that. So like, I always tell people, you sure? They're like, yeah, I'd love for you to come up with whatever you want. I was like, well, look at this design before you, because this is just all me. And I want you guys to know that they're like,
never mind.
Yeah, so what I like is like, flowers and skulls and, it doesn't have to be cut up bodies, that's cool. Yeah. I'm like, okay, sweet. So you don't like this kind of stuff? They're like, yeah, that's a little too gory.
Yep.
And they always, most of them nowadays, especially nowadays, they go, you like Terrifier? I was like, yeah. They go, man, I just thought that movie was scary. I was like, it's not scary, it's gory. See, that's badass, dude. But yeah, I'll tell them all the time. I was like, it's not scary. It's gory,
it's
dude.
Gory.
It's supposed to be
funny and gory.
Yes, I was like, it's supposed to be, you know, gory, messy, and just fucking badass, you know. And they're like, oh, well, I was told it was like a scary movie. So I watched it and it scared the shit out of me.
I was laughing
like,
my ass off most of the time.
Right? Yeah, some of that shit was silly. You know what I mean? It really was. So like, I love movies like that. Like those movies are pretty badass to me. So definitely always try to get my clients to kind of talk about what they kind of like, you know what I mean? And because like I said, movies will kind of pretty much tell you the gist of what their personality is and what they kind of favor and shit. So like I will definitely talk to them and try to see what I can get out of them the most, you know what I mean?
We have a get what you get at our shop, but ours is a little different. It's just each ball has a word, and that's it. And the artist takes that word and they draw whatever they want based upon that word.
That's
so
cool.
Like the other day, the guy pulled fire, and no one else was there for walk-ins, and I had just got done with my appointment. So I was like, I get to do get what you get, sure. So I got fire, and I drew Frankenstein.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude.
And I was like, so it's not really fire, but it's what I want to do.
No, that's sweet. Fuck yeah.
He was super excited about it.
I like that. I like that kind of shit, man. Because there are actually a lot of people out there who love the fact of, I don't know what it is, but
surprise,
I'm gonna fucking get it. And there really are people out there like that. So I really like those people too, man. And I appreciate them a lot because they're just the random guys that, you know, we need those people, man. We really do. It's just like a fucking, I guess what you can say is practice game pretty much.
Yeah.
But you're not really practicing. You get to do some
just
like
a little
fun
like
shit.
let loose and like, wild. Yeah.
A little more creative than ours, you know, span just off of a word.
Yep.
There's
No more questions? Okay. So.
Come on with the questions. We like questions. No holds bars.
Right, yeah, definitely. Don't hold back.
If we get 100 questions, he'll hump his wife's leg.
For 1 second.
For 1 second. For a Galaxy phone.
Get 101 questions, we'll do it for 5 seconds. The questions just out the wazoo. Everybody
get 1,000 questions, there'll be an OnlyFans where he's just humping his wife's leg.
Random times, random places. We'll even be at your local Walmart. No, that'd be so fucking odd in the parking lot.
That's normal at Walmart, though. I think I see that every time I go into Walmart.
Man, what do you not see at Walmart?
Another question came in. What do you think about glow-in-the-dark tattoos?
Well, there's no such thing as glow-in-the-dark tattoos, but there is black light sensitive tattoos. I do not like actual black light sensitive ink because it has chemical carcinogens in it, but a lot of we use natural organic pigments. Some of them are naturally reactive to black light, like bright orange and stuff like that. Those are fine. I did not know they were black light sensitive until I tattooed a stripper, and she came back and told me her tattoo was glowing. And so I called one of my clients I tattooed like 10 years ago. I'm like, hey, come in, let me see your tattoo. And his tattoo was still glowing. But a lot of the black light ink, they only last for about 6 months to a year, and you're just putting carcinogens in your body for nothing.
Yes, and that's why I really do try to tell people that, because I'll have clients that'll say, if I bought this, can you use it? I'm like, man, I appreciate it, you know what I mean, but I don't want to. I was like, I can get you some ink that'll, you know, I'll go out and buy it myself, the ink that'll kind of do this for you, but it's not black light.
I have to research everything that goes into my clients. And that people are like, I brought this, can you use it? No, I don't know where it's been. I don't know what's in it. I'm not taking that risk.
I mean, because it's a huge risk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell everybody, it can make or break them. And if you get a fucking tattoo with black light ink and something happens like very, very bad, even if it's just the number is 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? It's just very, very small, and it really fucks up your skin, your body, and shit like that. You're probably never going to go back and get a tattoo. You know what I mean? A lot of people definitely learn their lessons from some sort of traumatic experience. That's very traumatizing.
Have you heard of magic ink?
Yes, I've seen that you got it.
Yeah, I still haven't used it. I'm still scared.
Really?
Yes, because like, again, I don't know too much about, like, I've went to the actual page where they did all the research, and
so you've seen all the science,
I've seen all the
videos
science behind
and shit.
it. I actually went to the the medical school where they were actually building it and read their docket on it.
Hell yeah.
But I still don't fully trust it.
See,
I think if I use it, I'm going to use it on myself.
Dude, that's what I told a lot of people, that because I was wanting to order some, and when it first came out, I read so much about it, and like I told you earlier, I don't really like doing a lot of reading, but that really caught my attention in my eye, so I was definitely
like you can make a tattooed vanish. That's pretty cool.
Right.
But also will it, because I also found out later on it's the same guy that did, remember the temporary tattoos?
Yes.
Where it's only for the last 6 weeks, and now they've been going on for 8 years.
Yeah, they don't really fucking go
away. It was a big old scam. I'm like, what if it doesn't actually turn off and I have a purple tattoo?
Right.
So that's why I'd rather do it to myself than somebody else.
Yeah, because what if it does end up just, whatever. Is it the warm light or the blue light that turns it on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty much. So, because what if you do some sort of like chemical? Okay, like some sort of chemical like reaction to the skin to where it just fucking eats it up really, really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like flushing bacteria or something.
Yes.
Oh God,
That'll be.
terrified me. Yeah.
Yes. But I have been interested in it. So if you do try it,
yeah, I'll let you know if I die.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know
so I
what
want
I
to
mean?
do an ornate mirror, like a very antique vintage mirror, and then when you shine the light over, a ghost appears in the mirror.
That'd be cool.
I was like, that'd be cool. That little goosey.
I like that. That's cool as shit.
And then you turn it off, and the ghost vanishes.
Right, dude. And I think that's so cool. And I did do a lot of reading on it because I was nervous, man.
Yeah.
I was like, man, because there's a waiting list to be able to buy that stuff.
Yeah, I waited 2 years.
Damn, yeah, see?
And I was one of the first people to buy it.
Dude, that's because as soon as it came out, I guess whenever they sponsored it, it just went everywhere. All over every little social media thing that I was on that day, it was all over everything. So I checked it out, watched every video I could find on it, the new videos that was coming out day after day. I was sitting there really wanting to figure out how to do it because I kind of had the same kind of mindset, but in my mind, I couldn't ever figure out what to actually use without it being a chemical thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, and plus it's $100 for a bottle this big.
Yes.
So tiny, and there was like, my whole back done in it. That'd be a lot of money.
I ain't gonna lie, the very first picture that they had of it, whenever I first saw it.
Was it dragon one or?
Yeah, it was a dragon
where
one.
the fire comes out and then,
Yeah, so whenever they, at the end of that video, they showed that ink bottle, right? And
it looked big.
Yes, I was like, dude, that's a big ass bottle of ink. Okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
why not?
$100, yeah.
And then whenever I seen someone other than you say that they finally got their stuff in and they showed up this little ink with the flashlight and stuff, I said, ain't no fucking
You get like
way.
5 drops.
Yeah. I was like, hell no.
I'm like, cool theory.
Yeah.
We'll see. Sorry, I went off on a tangent about glow in the dark ink. That was it.
All right.
Oh.
Well, I appreciate you coming out. Dude, this was awesome.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun, dude.
Super fun.
Yes.
Time flew by fast.
Dude, it did. Yeah. As soon as I looked up, it was already 11:35 when we start with the break. You know what I mean? I was like, man, dude, this one went by like super fast, like way faster than I expected.
Because we're friends and it happens.
Hell yeah. It's so easy. Like I said earlier, man, it's so easy to talk to you, man. It's almost like if we've been friends forever, dude. Yeah. It really does feel like that. And I love that, man. I really do. But I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in, got to watch it, and got to meet Annabelle, who didn't know her already. She's pretty semi-famous, obviously in Clarksville she is, because everyone fucking knows her name, loves her work. So definitely go check out her shop. It's on Fort Campbell Boulevard. It's All-American Tattoos. She is a great artist, great human being. Just stop by, even say hi. Come on by Whitewall, come see us, come see me. And like I said, man, thank you all so much for tuning in again at the Not Famous Radio. And I'll see you guys this Thursday with Ben. He is the shop owner here. Have you met Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he's a good guy, dude. He's awesome. But then I'll have Ben on here. We'll kind of discuss some things about, because he just kind of recently started opening up his shop. So like it's almost 2-3 years that he's had his own shop. So everything's going really good for him, man. And but no, they're great people, man. I can't wait to have both of them, him and his wife, on the podcast. I think it's gonna be an awesome turnout. And then I'd eventually, like I told you earlier, I'd like to have like a round table for all the guest artists and all the fucking shop owners too, like at least 6 to 8 people, you know what I mean?
Super fun. But you need to get the stuffies by that point, so we just throw it at all the people.
There we go. Yeah. We'll definitely do that. We'll have
a great round table.
That'll be awesome, dude. Hell yeah. But all right, man. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and cut out from here. And thank you guys for tuning in on this Monday. Sorry it was so early in the morning, around 10 a.m. But yes, thank you guys so much. And remember, we're not famous. We're just loud. Huh?